Good evening everybody. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday so far. Let me just switch on over and come on in. Good evening one and all. I hope you have had a lovely Christmas. Welcome back to my Samadan stream. Post Christmas but before 2020 turns the clock. Good evening one and all. Stevie B, Mushy, Wave, Rasheen, good evening to you. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. And Girl Goblin, how are you? Good to have you stop by. Hope you're doing well. And Darkwing and Adriana and Lizard, good evening to you too. I hope you're all having a fantastic Christmas so far. And Diurnal, good evening to you as well. So snowy. Is it snowy for you, Lizard? Wow, we haven't had any snow here yet, but I hope to get some in January. My daughter loves snow, so fingers crossed it'll be cold enough cold enough for us here in the UK. It would be something if I did a gumdrop stream. Yes, exactly, with a guest appearance. Well, really, it should be in the Oreo stream because he is with us tonight. He is sleeping peacefully next to me, so it's really the Oreo stream with a little bit of Samadan on the side. Like first day of Sub-Zero. Wow. Okay. Time to collect some more Oreos today. Fantastic. Unlock the cutest one. Yeah, upside down Oreo's the best. That's. In fact, he might even go and do that now. He looks like he's about to roll onto his back. He's heard his name taken in vain. So I hope you all had a good Christmas, and all the festivities went well in your respective families. Today we will be doing our usual. We'll go through the Wowhead blog, which is going to be a bit of a retrospective one this week. So we're looking at, this is the last one of 2019. So we're going to do a little look back on what's been going on in 2019 and how we fared, and then look forward into 2020 and see what new and exciting things are coming up. 80 degrees in Florida. Wow, that's perfectly toasty. That's Fahrenheit, isn't it? I'm used to Celsius, so someone will have to do the conversion for me. That. I got some cat emotes to give them company. That's absolutely loads. Darkwing, I like all of those. They're absolutely brilliant. About 25ish. Oh, that's very pleasant. That's the kind of temperature I'd like. I'm not sure Oreo's going to lie down or not, so we'll see how he gets on. Oh, we're going on for a full Oreo stretch now. He's just going to rest himself now. Nemales, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. I'm having a lovely day, thank you very much. I had a wonderful Christmas with my family. I didn't actually spend that much time playing WoW. I was on sort of here and there, played a little bit with my son, and relisted my auctions from time to time. We actually played an awful lot of Minecraft over the last week, so we've been really getting back into that, and that's been good fun, as a good sort of family thing. And then the obvious good food and board games and all that kind of loveliness. Oh, Zanzaful has those emotes. Oh, fantastic. I like the Santa hat. Did I see the Raw Beast hide warning in time? I didn't actually manage to get any on. That was on the Thursday. No, I didn't manage to make good use of that one, unfortunately. But thank you for sending it through anyway. One of these days I will actually get hold of it. So it's always worth posting just in case. Let's have a look. So we're waiting for the Wowhead blog to go live, and then we will be able to go through it in all its glory. It's not quite live yet, so we'll leave that to go a little bit longer. So whilst we're waiting for that, let's go and have a look at our mailboxes and see. I'm not quite sure where I'm at with all my mail. It's all a bit confusing. I'm out of my routines. You're 30k short of your auction house mounts. Wow, that's nearly done. That's excellent, Salimo. And Andy Magyar, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas to you too. And is that Celare? Good evening to you. Thank you all for stopping by on this, taking time out of your family time to come and spend some time here in Azeroth with me. That's very kind of you. And Wolf coming in for the follow. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Hope you're doing well. You just joined us at the start. We're just having a look at everything at the moment. Let me just give this another quick refresh. And yes, it has literally just gone live, the Wowhead Wrap-Up. So let me just take this and copy this for the command. Let me just sort this out. And then we can go over and have a look at the various things we went through. So Wowhead, let's edit that. And then update this with the new one, which is there, I think. Okay, hold on. Submit that one. So that's through, that's through. There we go. One of my viewers got you to follow Kuhn and now me. That's fantastic. Me and Kuhn, I think we share the chill Goldmaking and World of Warcraft corner. Let me just check this works. See if this is correct. Yes, Spec will come soon. Has to wash the dishes. That's fantastic. So that should take us to the wrap-up, which we are on the 105th edition. Can you believe it? Already, I've done 6 of these already. Time's gone really, really fast. It seems ages ago that we were here. Olaf, greetings to you. I hope you're doing well. Yes, my holiday time was absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. I hope yours was too. You both have the Bob Ross vibe. That's what we go for, I think. It's just basically, this is the sort of stream which we like for people to just chill out, relax to, and have on in the background whilst they may be doing some farming of themselves or something like that. Sanctus, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. In the old and rustic smell. You literally made it to a new stream. Oh, excellent. Ashlebitha, thank you for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Sorry if I've butchered your name. Let me just move this over here. I'm just going to struggle with a few windows here so I can see everything going on at the same time. There we go. Thank you very much for the follow. So we're going through the Wowhead Economy Wrap-Up first and foremost, and obviously we've still got the festive decorations up. They haven't gone down just yet. It'll be ready for the new year. Oops, I've gone too far there. Okay. Nutek, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. And Creative CZ, thank you very much from the Czech. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. I love those shrugs. That's fantastic. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got on with the blog this week. So it's kind of a retrospective and a look to the future this week, because obviously 2019 is drawing to a close, and looking back, this has been probably my first time going through an expansion like dedicated from start to finish with BFA. I joined Legion about halfway through, and obviously I did start with sort of classic and vanilla and Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, but my time there was a very different time to what it is now, whereas I feel like I've fully sort of like really got into grips with Battle for Azeroth. You linked some cat emotes. Oh yes, you did, didn't you, Darkwing? Yeah, we had lots of lovely cat emotes. They look really good, those emotes, Zanzaful. Really nice. And so, even though I feel like I've done a lot in BFA, I still have not done a single raid in my whole time playing Battle for Azeroth, which is really weird. The only raids I've really done is the anniversary event raids, but I don't think they really count. So it's basically what's been going on. Battle for Azeroth, well, it's fully fleshed itself out. It's the whole storyline's gone through, and we've had all the various raids and patches coming through, and as a gold maker, we've been following the professions with the tools of the trade coming out, the expansion into all the professions, and it's been an incredible journey for me personally, gold making wise. I took a look back on the WoW Economy Reddit and saw some of the top posts for the last year, And Kuhn is doing really well in terms of his informative posts about making a token a month, and then making a token a month starting from level 1, and then his new one, the Brutosaur mount. It's been a very very approachable technique to making gold, which is really nice to see. Streaming, I'll be streaming all week to help us past our Q delirium. Nice. That's awesome. Don't say tools of the trade. I know, Rasheen. Tools of the trade is. I have been suffering from a bit of a Silas drought. I must admit. It's been. I love that. No Silas. I did mention the Silas, but that's a fantastic emote from Sensors. I love that one. We haven't had much of a Silas proc for a long while, and a lot of my potions have run out. So I'm waiting to restock. Hopefully. Oh, he's not doing great. He's on holidays. Oh, is he? Oh, right. I thought I saw him on the other day. Okay, no gold today. We're going to raid. I would like to... The thing I feel... The problem I've had with no raiding is I feel like I've missed out on a lot of the storyline development. Oh, did he leave today? Ah, okay. Do I play well off stream? I do. Snowpay. I very much... Well, this week has been very, in terms of a disruptive week, because obviously I've been spending a lot of time with my family. I have spent a little bit of time with my son playing WoW, but... Oh, until the 8th of January is it, and then we'll get withdrawal. Oh dear. Well, I hope Kuhn has a good holiday. Is there any transmog that will be... is there any transmog that will be not available and you can get from the old raid bosses raid you get now from the 15 event? I don't know about the transmog. That'll be an interesting one. I'm not sure, Darkwing. I know obviously the mounts will be going away. I know people have been getting some of the drops, that things like the mounts drop, other mount drops, occasionally, like is it the Invincible Reigns? But I'm not sure. Those sort of things will probably still drop if you go back to those particular bosses. It's just, I think, the main rewards of the mounts that needs to stream if Kuhn is not online. Yeah, exactly. There's going to be a great big void because Kuhn streams so much. He really fills the gap for being able to sort of like have a constant stream on in the background. Definitely. Is there an add-on that will make you see the miracle amount of Azurite power needed to level up your neck? Can you hide under a chair? That is an option, Mushy. That certainly is an option. I don't know about the Azurite power. If anyone... Oh, look, we just had a sale. Enchant Weapon Versatile Navigation for 540 gold. That's really cheap. But that is still a profit of about 161. So that's not terrible. But let's carry on with the blog for the moment and then go through everything. So... There were some great posts this year. Billis Elixir did a great one for the getting Sniper working for Classic, and then there was Ethane Warlock did some really good profession flips for Classic, and then Winter 2G did a Truth About Transmog, and that was really useful in terms of like just sort of working out what Transmog sells and how much to have, because Transmog I think is going to get a revival once 8.3 comes around. Was. Thank you very much for using your Prime. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Really do appreciate that. I see lots of emotes in the chat. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. And then we get another Versatile Navigation sold as celebrations. So thank you for that as well. And then sort of I summarised up a little bit here talking about the Goldmaking community just being absolutely fantastic community to be a part of, and I feel so lucky to be a part of it with everyone helping each other out and sharing everything. You have done one stream 2 days ago. Oh, fantastic, Lizard. I'll have to check that one out. Game Cat, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. You got 15 of the holiday emotes. You need one hand. Oh dear. Is that from the Shrug one? And Pierre, thank you very much for the follow. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. And again, we have another sale. Masterful Navigation has just sold, so we're getting some great sales coming in here whilst we've been on stream. Really nice to see. So the bulk of what I was talking about in the blog was to go through a little bit of a summary as to what's been going on from a personal note from my my top selling items for 2019. Now I'll caveat this with bearing in mind that I focused, as you've already know, focused on enchanting, tailoring, cooking and leatherworking mainly. So my sales are very much skewed in that direction. But it was quite interesting to see what was the biggest sellers of 2019 in terms of total amount of gold made on those. Now this isn't profit. This is just in sales. You need the other one. You need a right shrug. Exactly. I see a cat, but he does not appear to be moving. Should you be concerned? No, he's just resting at the moment. If I give him a stroke, hold on. Hopefully we can unfurl an Oreo. The problem is now he won't stop, and now he'll need my knee because I've just started him up. He is a cutie. Let me just see it. Let's go to a full screen Oreo. There he goes, turning upside down as he does. Full on cute Oreo, hugging himself just to keep warm. There we go. That's exactly Oreo. There we are. He's a bit sleepy today. There he goes. He's just going to go upside down in a minute. No, he decided he's not going to bother. There we go. I'm sorry, Oreo. I'm talking about him. Needs a few more points for a special emotes. Getting there. It's definitely alive. Right, let me just move a little bit further forward so I don't go AFK. And then let's go back to here. So we're talking about the blog and my it's so much fur. He is completely a furry cat, aren't you, Oreo? We're talking about you. I think he's too sleepy today. There we go. We now have an upside down Oreo. Hold on. There we go. Upside down Oreo. Can't quite see his head. It's now buried under the carpet, under the rug. But he's all just fur. And Soho Pixie, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, we're going through. You had a power nap earlier today. Our oldest cat decided she'd lick your face. Oh no! And she'd sleep about half an inch away from your face. I know. Our other cat, Cookie, she sleeps at the end of our bed of a night time, and then if I roll over onto my back, then she'll immediately get up and she'll sit on my chest and she'll sleep there. That's her space. It's an Oreo now. Yeah, they see that as an invitation. Yeah, if you're going to have a nap, you might as well join them. Exactly. So this list we've got here, my biggest sellers. So in terms of number of sales, let me see if I can find my actual spreadsheet that I used here, because we can actually look at that in a more detail. But it was interesting to see that Bountiful Captain's Feast was the highest in terms of number. But that's not my most profitable item by far, because my profit margins on Bountiful Captain's Feast are never really that high. Let me see if I can find the original document on my sales. Let's open one up, and 2019 sales. Okay, so let's just drop this one over, and then we can have a look at the pivot table. So this is the whole list of everything. So this is more detail than we got on the economy blog, but it's interesting to look at nonetheless, because if we go right down to the bottom here, so these were the biggest sellers. So looking at here, Bountiful Captain's Feast, 747,000, but that's not profit. The average price of Bountiful Captain's Feast were 1,617 roughly. That's not an accurate average, but it's roughly about right. And then a lot of my enchants have done very well. Accords of Haste, 587. Let's close that down again. That's going to come up each time I click that, actually. I wonder if I can permanently remove it. Don't think I can. It's just because I click on it, I think. So Accords of Critical Strike, Quick Navigation, so we're all looking at 500, 400,000 for all of those. Pact of Critical Strike, 347 of those. But the average of all of these enchants has been really nice. 1.3, about 1 to 2,000 average on those. Obviously enchants are a lot less nowadays, but this is my average over the entire year of 2019. And then we've also got some really good ones of alchemy coming in here, like Greater Flask of the Currents, 262,000, and this is only a recent thing with my alchemy as well. How is data getting to this spreadsheet? So this is me going into, if you go into your TSM onto here, and you go onto Accounting Export on here, onto your TSM application, and then you select your account, like this is my main account, and select your realm, which for me is Shadow Song, and then Sales and Purchases is already selected, and click Export to CSV, and that will be a comma separated value spreadsheet of all your TSM data. And then what I've done is I've filtered that through, ordered it by date, taken only the 2019 figures, and then used a pivot table to just condense everything into one thing. I've got a YouTube video that goes through all the specifics of it, but it's certainly useful. And at this point, from sort of looking back on 2019, it's nice to see all the sort of the various ways I have made gold over the last year. Do you know of a way to get TSM to tell you how much you've spent in auction house posting fees? That can be exported to. That one I don't know, actually. Maybe it is. It's not something I've actually looked into. It might come under expenses. I would say have a look. And also the ledger as well, as Mushy just said. And let's have a look in the ledger, see if we can have a look and see if we can find anything about, where's my ledger? Here, under expenses. So this is purchases, I guess. Raw beast hide. That's repair bill. We have some, that's postage to different people. It doesn't look like there is an actual auction house listing fee. Let's have a look at expired auctions. No, that's not really going to give me much in terms of money. Revenue, inventory, sales. I don't see a way that it shows it in any way here. That's a shame, really, because that is an important figure, especially if you're doing a lot of stuff. So that's interesting. Is the Realm Pop website down? I'm not sure, actually, Sidwell. Could it be down because of the change in the Blizzard API, that they're no longer covering the character information of like the names of characters? Maybe they can't get because of what Samadan, yes. Yeah, because of they've changed the data structures for data privacy now, so I don't think it will work now. Yeah, it is sad, but I can understand how respecting people's privacy is important in today's day and age. Hi Samadan, by the way, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Let me just move this back over. What's the wrong window? There we go. We want to come to this window. Let me just move that over. So this is my more detailed version of what we have here on the economy blog. So Bountiful Captain's Feasts, the enchants doing well, Greater Flask of the Currents and Undertows done well, Living Steel, Greater Flask of Endless Fathoms. All these alchemy ones are all recent as well. This is the latter half of the year. So they're particularly good for being this high on the charts. Still check WoW Auction for auction house volume of rounds though. Yeah, I found there were some parts of WoW Auction that weren't working for me, so I wonder if that site's having trouble as well. Just by checking average sold and posted popular items. That's a good idea. Gellens, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. It's even more important because it does give you at least a little bit more auction house data, doesn't it? That's absolutely right. Look at my other sales. I've got Silkweave Satchel, Potions of Unbridled Fury, Hexweave Bag, Drums of Fury, and Umbra Shards there. So actually reselling some Umbra Shards has been quite good for me for the most part. Then obviously every seller also has a purchase side to it. So unsurprisingly, Tide Sprays linen is my by far biggest purchase over this whole expansion over the last year, 2019. In fact, let me go and bring up my purchases. Let's open this up, and we will open my purchases, 2019 purchases, and we can have a look here. So this is my purchases, and if I go to the pivot table of this is going to be interesting because I can't close that for the minute. There we go. Ooh, where is it? There we go. So total for Tide Spray linen for 2019, 1.5 million gold spent on Tide Spray linen. I bought 304,000 of it for an average price is actually quite high of 5 gold 58. So that's quite high. AFK and base. Oh right. Or did I miss something up from there? I think many people were using Realm Pop to choose a realm where to re-roll or the faction to play. Yeah, it's very useful, Realm Pop. So it is a shame that some of that stuff is missing, definitely. One thing you've done this week is to flip Omen cards. Had one 6k and one 1k from plus numerous blue and green cards. And you have 3 scribes. Yes, and Drizzling Rose was talking about this on the previous streams about using the cards of omens. I'm looking into those, definitely. You fixed your schedule, did you? So, unsurprisingly, there, Tide Spray, massive expense for me this year. Xenanthid and Anchorweed quickly coming up behind because my potions need to stock up on both of these raw materials if I'm going to get anywhere, and I have to stock up ahead of time, hoping that I get a Tools of the Trade proc, hopefully. Your average buy of Tide Spray was 388. Wow, that's really good. I'm hoping that over time I'll get that average down, because I'm definitely buying it for less than that at the moment. And then obviously things here to do with the Bountiful Captain's Feast, like the Red-tailed Loach, and I think Frenzied Fangtooth as well, are part of that. So a lot of expenses there on both of those. Coarse Leather, obviously, and Shimmer Scale, we've been buying a lot of that. So unsurprising, really, in those purchases, considering my professions and what I've got on that side. Is that 7 million gold? Wow. That's a lot. Is that your total spend on the auction house? Wow. That's pretty good going. So as you can see, my focus has been on enchanting and just recently alchemy, and they've done really well for me overall. Speckert, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. So what's everyone else's best-selling item for 2019? It's going to be interesting. And Scorshane, how are you? Me and my family are doing very well, thank you very much. We've had a lovely Christmas together. Hopefully yours have too. With the dishes. It's been a very relaxing week so far. That's a nice shrug. I tend to make a character just to flip omen cards to get an idea of how much you can earn. Very random and unreliable, but it's free for very little effort. That's not bad. It's something I'd like to look into from the inscription point of view. I will need to work on my Walls of Draenor inscription though. You think you made most of your gold on tailoring shirts? Interesting. I do have shirts in my list, probably, but not any single one, I would imagine. Let's have a look, see if there's any large sales of shirts here. I can't see anything just yet. Sun's Radiance, Wild Jade. Lots of Sinister Combatants gear. That's been one of my big sellers, as well as the Notorious gear. Where's my first shirt? I actually sold a lot of tie spray linen there for an average of 7 gold 76. I would say my biggest tailoring item is Cindercloth pants at 19,000 total. Sold 5 of them for an average of 3,800. So I think that's my best tailoring seller, definitely. Most of yours is from BOEs. Oh, actually. That's brilliant, Darkwing. I love that. Extra pointers. Gold pointers. You wanted to use it. No, that's exactly what it's there for. What else have we got here? Time of Illusions are coming in. We actually sold quite a few Spice Snapper, interestingly, there. And I sold a Gilded Trousers of Benediction for 13,000. Potion of Treasure Finding, 3 of those. An average of 4,500 each. That's really good. Here we go. Here's the first shirt. Obviously, rich purple silk shirt. Item number 666. 11,000 of those. Sold 7 of those over the last year. 1,600 on average. I know I sold a few of them for like ridiculously low, like 80 gold or 4 gold or something like that, when I got my operation wrong. And Mooncloth robe is up there. A couple of those for 5,000 as well. So there's definitely some interesting things here, looking back on them. Definitely. So it's worth a look at. I'd recommend you have a look at your own, and I'd be interested to know what everyone else has sold. So looking into the year ahead, it's going to be incredibly exciting, I think, with middle of January coming around. We've got 8.3 coming out, and with the revamped auction house, it's going to be a very interesting time for gold makers. I've got a feeling that there's going to be more casual players coming back, and using the auction house is going to be definitely useful. Most profitable for you would be Vala the Sands, close with Augment Runes. Highest quantity should be a Cord of Haste. Yeah, there's so many of those gone through in terms of quantity, but it's interesting to see the Vala the Sands is doing well. That's something I do need to work on with Awakening, definitely. Augment Runes being close to the Vala the Sands due to the 300 Summit Gold and selling them for over 2k each. That's pretty good. I like the sound of them. Which profession should you pick? You only do farm transmog at the moment. Whichever one you think might be interesting or fun to do. There are different ones that are having a different sort of time, different good times at different times of the expansion, if that makes sense. So I would say right now, alchemy might be quite good, enchanting might be quite good. Others, if you want to flesh out them, like tailoring and leatherworking, if you want to do like all the expansions worth of those, and blacksmithing as well, especially with the new uncanny gear coming up, you may be able to get a few sales with those. How can you make gold with leatherworking? With leatherworking, I would say Drums of Fury, definitely, because that's one of my biggest sellers up here, number 13, and the whichever's going to be the latest. At the moment, it's the Notorious gear, both mail and leather. And then when the uncanny gear comes out, I would suggest looking at those and doing both of those. Really can see Vala Sands is amazing. You got the recipe for 1.5 to 2 weeks now, and sold like 5 for an average of 35,000 profit. Very interesting. This is going to be a future thing I need to be looking into most definitely then. Your best farm was Panda Pets from the raiding with leashes. Interesting. It's always good to hear new techniques of what other people are doing. So yes, looking ahead, Hazel's done a nice update a couple of weeks ago of the auction house. Went through all her thoughts on how it works and what players are going to be looking for. Obviously, it's not really going to replace TSM, but it's going to replace things like Auctionator. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Ori is rolling himself away at the moment. So I think with 8.3 there's going to be renewed interest of people coming back. There's going to be renewed interest in the auction house, and so people are going to be trying to buy and sell things. Obviously people are still saving up for their Brutosaur mount, so that's still going on. It's going to be very interesting to see how this develops. And then obviously very soon after that we're going to have the raid coming out, and then there's going to be all the hype around that. All the big raiding guilds are going to be going after that. Looks like we've got Noro's disappeared, so I'll just turn his camera off for the moment. There we go. So Warcast, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. And so looking ahead, there's going to be... I'm not sure what's going to happen, because obviously Shadowlands is coming out. And then that's going to be in the latter half of the year. So it's going to be at least August, if not later than that. And I'm not sure what's going to happen between 8.3 and Shadowlands. Will there be an 8.35? I imagine there probably will be. Christmas sub. When is the new auction house launching? You just tuned in. That is going to be when 8.3 releases. So that's going to be in a couple of weeks' time, in about the 14th, 15th of January. Selling your mythic Mechicon keys on US Illidan and Taramil EU will be crazy profitable as Blizzard changes the rings that drop in the being best in slot for pretty much all classes, and limit and method will pay for those keys for sure. Interesting. We've got another whisper here. Am I Sunday night streaming? Love your content. Let me just reply to this one. Hello. Live right now. There we go. And then back onto, where's my window gone? Not that one. That one. There we go. And back to there and there. I'm thinking your sub is bugged. No, it isn't. Well, I've not seen any notifications come in, but if it has, it seems to have missed anyway. But in lieu of that, thank you very much for your support, Walkers. Very much appreciated. Just making a comment on it in Q's chat. I think Blizzard will be monitoring the auction house to prevent massive swings. I don't think they'll actually. I don't think they'll actually be monitoring it per se. I think they'll be very interested to see what happens, certainly, and how it gets used. Princess Sen, thank you very much for your Prime. Very much appreciated. Thank you for your sub. And yours too, Swarkas. Thank you very much. Let's pop a bit of everything in there. Oh, I missed a few. I'm sure I clicked on more emotes than that. There we go. Let's try those. There we go. That's better. Anyway, dropped to June Scavenger today in like half an hour of farming, so that's always great. Excellent. Congratulations, Swarkas. That's good to know. Yeah, it must have been bugged because it hasn't come through, Swarkas. That's a shame. But it is appreciated nonetheless. Notification or not. Alpha's not even here, so I'd say September or October at least. I would suspect so, something like that certainly. Yeah, give it a refresh, see what happens. Try turning it off and on again. Lucius, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Or in another browser, that might work. So there's lots, I think there's lots to look forward to, although what's going to happen between 8.3 coming out in January and whenever, if there is an 8.35, whenever that is, I've got a feeling a lot of people are going to be looking to finish off achievements. We've obviously got the new allied races coming out. We've got plenty to do in terms of people getting their gear and transmog collected, finishing up all achievements and mounts that they haven't got. So I'm hoping there's still going to be a decent amount of activity on the auction house as well as in the game itself. So I'm hopeful, certainly. And then obviously once we start getting news about Shadowlands, then there's going to be a renewed interest in the game. People are going to be logging back in, and so there's plenty to be going on, I think. And then there's Classic as well. So there's that whole side of things. All those phases coming out. Is it Zul'Gurub's going to come out soon? Naxxramas, whenever they release all of those. So all those different phases. I imagine the Classic scene has probably settled down quite a bit these days, as people have got themselves to level 60. But there's still a very interesting market there in terms of gold making. So I'm going to probably pop onto Classic a bit later during this stream and have a look at it. So I suggest stock up on Expulsum. I would say, if not stock up, but certainly get yourself prepared. I've got a feeling the Uncanny gear, hopefully, will start selling straight away. I know the Notorious gear didn't do as well versus the Benthic gear, but it has seen sales, so I'd have a look, certainly. And so that's pretty much most of what I went through on the economy blog. So that's going through a retrospective over what we've looked at in 2019, what my best sellers were, and then looking ahead into 2020. And it'll be really nice to see what's coming up throughout the whole next year. So it's going to be very exciting over the next year. I'll be very interested to see what happens. So if you do have any questions or suggestions for other things in the blog, please do put a comment below on that. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And then you can always reach me by the usual channels and everything. Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, my Discord server, all of those. Is the Uncanny gear going to be locked behind raiding? No, I don't believe it is, the real Jin. I think it's going to be the standard PvP gear, really. But yes, you will need Marks of Honor for the rank 2s and 3s to be more efficient, definitely. It's always the case, start of a new expansion. Really looking forward to Shadowlands already. Blizzard said they're going to do a big marketing for Shadowlands, and with people no longer being put off by 120 levels, there should be a significant influx of new players. So a significant influx onto your gold making. I think so, Rishi. I think that's pretty accurate. I'll be very interested to see what happens with Shadowlands. I'm certainly going to be there, definitely, to try and make as much gold as possible, as well as enjoy the game as much as possible. We hold on to 100 Marks of Honor, and we have another comp stop. Yes, it's not too far, the next comp stop, isn't it? Is it April time something, I think? Any tips on increasing anchor weed flow? You're doing the 3 transmutes across your characters, but your server has a lot of pretty good gold makers that constantly keep the price up. The only way to increase your anchor weed is to actually have more alchemists that can do it, basically. ProStyle, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. And Vaynon, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Every new expansion is great, but looking forward to beat your record you had in BFA with Shadowlands, and the marketing and the level 60 are all good indications that will be with Shadowlands. Yeah, I think I'm very hopeful, certainly. I would like to get myself into a much stronger position by the time Shadowlands come out. I would like to have every profession ready and waiting to capitalise on whichever markets come out. Am I playing in Classic anymore? I am planning to just jump into Classic for about an hour or so later on today on the stream. I'm currently still just under level 35. I'd like to get myself up to 35, and then I want to have a look at the sort of the tailoring market and see what kind of recipes I can get hold of that way. Law, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Probably a good idea to be out early on then, yeah, definitely. I wonder if we're going to need Marks of Honor in Shadowlands. Quite well, if we don't need them specifically in Shadowlands, there's going to be some way we can make use of them, I'm sure. So that's me pretty much done with the Wowhead blog. What I'll probably do now is go through, open up my mailboxes, do any relisting, restocks and things like that I need to do on my characters, and then a bit later we'll go into Classic and we'll have a look at that, because I believe that I've got a like a sponsored bounty that I can turn in for that, and we can have a look at Samadan in Classic and see how that's looking. But let's start with Samadan here and check his mailbox over the past few days. I have opened up most of it, I believe, so we'll have a look here. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. So we currently have 35,000 mail at the moment. Let me just make that a little bit smaller. There we go. If you've got any questions, ask. Classic Madan, exactly. Is Oreo coming back? Are you coming back to join us, Oreo? Here we go, hold on, let's bring his camera back on. He's come back to join us. I'm just going to wait, find out where he settles, and then I'll reposition his camera. Can I have a pizza? That's pretty awesome. Can I move the screen a bit? Which way? Oh no, it looks like Oreo's going up to the top. Thanks for mentioning up about 250k since early December. Oh, that's good. Which screen did chat is in front of the numbers? Oh, right, I see. Yes. There we go. Let me just move that like that. That's a bit better. Then we can see that. Thank you, Mushy. So we're looking at 35,000 in most. There's only 52 in the mail here, so mainly enchants. Tomes of Illusions have done well there. Some Bear Tartar has sold. Another Bountiful Captain's Feast. Mekdal's Big Mech, so some food is doing well. Seabreeze Saddle Blanket. And more enchants. So 35,000 in total. Pretty good going so far. Oh, looks like Oreo has disappeared, so I'll just turn his camera off. He is behind me. There, on the rug in the corner, that little black splodge against the orange. Alfred GG, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. All is well, thank you very much, and thank you very much for your sub. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you very much, hope you're doing well. Let me just run through the emotes. Thank you very much indeed for your support, really is appreciated. How's your mini doing? He's doing well, sick over Christmas, but he's better. Oh, sorry to hear that, Alfred, but glad on the mend again. And Derpalicious, good to catch you as well. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're having a lovely Christmas so far. Looking forward to the new year. So let's just wait for this timer to go round, and then I'll open up this mail and just see what the last two are for Samadan. We do need to work on his bit more of his gold. He's only got 304,000 gold, so we need to work on that, get that a little bit higher. Still kind of Star Trek, you're like a celebrity. Not at all. So let's run through all of that and then have a look at what the last two are. I'm not expecting anything massive in that list, but you never know. Let's do a reload on this. We've only got 2 in the mail left anyway. We'll probably have to do a little bit of restocking on Samadan with all those sales, and we also sold some enchants as well. I have a fair amount of Expulsum because I've been buying lots and lots of Tide Spray Linen. I haven't fully processed it all yet. I did buy some nylon thread there, and then an Accord of Critical Strike. So let's take those. So that's a good start to the day's sales. Now I imagine, if I move this over, some of my auctions are about to expire. Yes, we're looking at the 2-hour mark of these, so we're probably better off taking all of these off. We do have 3 sales in at the moment. So let's go through, take off all our auctions, ready to repost them on, because all of these were on for 48 hours, so it's time to repost them on. Just wait for TSM to catch up on all those cancels. And then we'll get another batch going, using my scroll wheel as quickly as possible. It doesn't quite do all of them, but it is quite close. There we go. Hopefully hit 68% this year. Oh, fantastic. You're not doing all the things. Yeah, I think I better stay well clear of all the things, really. I was interested for a while, didn't have the patience, plus spent all of your luck on the vial recipe. Oh, wow. Okay, well, getting the vial is a good thing to get, nonetheless. John, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Explore some really need to be account shares. You've got 180 on your shaman gathering dust. Yeah, that would be useful. Kuhn hit 84% this year. Wow, that's brilliant. That, considering on all those characters that he goes through, that is really good going. Now you do all the things in the auction house. You put in all the things on the auction house. That counts absolutely, Rasheen. I would say that's a win in my eyes. Let's take these off as well, even though those are 12 hours. These are enchants. So we might as well take them off. Let's do a full set, take everything off, and then post it back on. There we go, so that's everything off. It's about 400 odd items, 371 to be exact. So let's open up all of these, let these run through. Let me just stretch my legs out whilst we do this. So this is a full re-list for Samadan, and then we'll do a restock after this. How are we doing for space? Oh, we've got a lot of tide spray here. We need to sort that out. Let's see if we've got some space in the guild bank for some of that. We need to clear our bags out. I think I'm fairly full of tide spray in the bank already. Reagent bank is also full, so we're going to have to see if we can find some space in the guild. Oh no, first tab of the guild bank is full. There's a little bit of space here, and there's a little bit of space there. Where should we put our tide spray? These lockboxes need opening. Let's put a few in the tailoring section, as we have some there. We've got a few there, so let's just go through and fill up these slots a little bit. As you can see, I've got a lot of tide spray to process here. This is going to take me a fair amount of time overall to go through this, but we're all right at the moment. How hard is it to get them out of the beard? It wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. What did I miss further up there? Sam Chat, do you think it would be a good thing to stock on material? You think it would be a good thing to stock up on materials before 8.3? Yes, and as Moshi said, looking at my screen of tide spray, I think that's a good indication of what I'd probably suggest. Let me just pop the last of that in there. So that's just cleared out a little bit of space on my bags. So we've got a lot of stuff we need to sort out. A lot of stuff to process, certainly. Right, let's head on back and open up the next lot of expires. And, well, cancelled really, they're not expires. And see if we've got some space after this. Hit that sort button when you're idling at work tomorrow. Yes, definitely, Mushy. I need to get that sorted out. I did do a little bit for the tailoring early on in the week, but it certainly does need a good clean up. So how are we doing for space? Have we got enough for another one? Yes, we have. Let's do another reload. All those enchants condense quite nicely, thankfully. You need to fix it up. As in, your bank is a mess, is it, Zanzaful? But the tie spray ended up everywhere. It did. It certainly did. I end up just throwing it in wherever I can find space. Once I ran out. I need to have maybe another guild, perhaps. One's just for Samadan and his tide spray. Yes, indeed it is, definitely. Finally broke down and started your first guild bank. Excellent, Alfred. That's a good start. Right. a sign of a true gold maker, certainly. So we've got a load of stuff here to post on. So let's get started with this lot, and then we can go through, post everything else on. So we've got those 3 sales coming through. Let's run a post scan, get everything going. Yeah, Sephorium, how are you? Just leave it in the mailbox. Good idea. Buying bank tabs of time spray is not very profitable. Storing them in mailboxes is better if you have a lot of it. Yes, definitely. I tend to get a little bit uncomfortable storing them all in the mailbox though. Any add-ons for increasing guild bank efficiency, sorting, etc. I use Sushi Sort to sort them in individual tabs, but it still requires a bit of manual placement into the correct tabs, definitely. So your auction house is empty. Yeah, I did see your post, Moshi, saying they've got you've not got much supply on that. You definitely could do with someone supplying you with all those materials you use. Love seeing WoW. A shared stash, kind of like 6 to 8 slots that all characters could access. Would be a lot easier. That's pretty good. Okay, Sportcast, thank you ever so much for stopping by. Go have a beer with the boys. Well, have a lovely time. Hope to see you again soon. Have a happy new year as well. So until next time. But you don't have to manually sort. Yeah, definitely. Just trying to keep organised. Exactly. That's the main thing. As best you can. Yeah, my guess would be there'd be most likely a multi-boxer on holiday. Exactly. I wasn't around for a large part, simply because I was doing stuff with the family. But I was around just to repost every now and again, because obviously as a gold maker, this is what we like to do. So we'll go through, list that lot on. Did lots of teleports the last few weeks, people. So the ban wave is just around the corner. So no bot would be banned manually. Yeah, I did see that with Farmer True was mentioning about being teleported. It's kind of interesting as a multi-boxer. I wonder what that's like. You got your whole system set up, and then suddenly your characters just start going into different places. That must be interesting to say the least. Right, so that's that. And how much space have we got left? 23. Probably worth another reload just to get the last of those in. I've been banned before for griefing. I didn't know the farming on the quest areas was annoying. So it does sound like a multi-boxer with 16 characters. So not necessarily a bot. But yeah, I think a general courtesy of avoiding certain areas would be the norm really for most. There we go, so that's that lot done. Let's post all of that up. Run a post scan on that. I knew they were shaking it, but honestly, it's pretty tough to keep the bots down. Used to be a pattern like that in WoD and somewhere in Legion as well. Okay. Yeah, I think it's the key thing is if you watch them and watch how they move, like using keyboard turns and things like that, is the most telltale sign, really, isn't it? And no interaction. You love fair farming, exactly, Lizard. Yeah, give it a break every couple of minutes, people to get the quest done, exactly. If you're certainly clogging up a certain area, then I would be certainly conscious of that myself, just as a general courtesy, more than anything else. Right, going through all of our posts so far, not too bad. Emmy1569, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. We're just going through relisting all our auctions at the moment. Last 75 on Samadan to go, so it shouldn't take too long. Probably the next reload we should be done. Yeah, that was the most famous one, wasn't it? Honor Buddy. But but I imagine anyone who's clever with a bit of code can probably come up with something. But how sophisticated it is another matter. Right, so next up is my last page of items, which is going to be these, all of these cancels, and then we'll post these on. There's a soap opera in there. Was it really? Oh, that's brilliant, Darkwing. That's well used, certainly. I like it. Any luck with the jelly farm? Been jumping off 5s about 200 per stack. Very nice, Ducata. I've not actually done the jelly farm. I've not got the bee mount myself, and I've certainly not been getting hold of the jelly in terms of with a view to selling it on. I know some people have though. If anyone in chat has good experiences of it, book that guy is the boss of. That's fantastic. I love it. Did I open my presents? I've got all my socks. No, I haven't done that either. I know Kuhn. I heard Kuhn mentioned socks in his latest tweet. I'm certainly avoiding that one. You've got the bee mount, excellent. You saw a lot of jelly yourself when the mount was first a thing, and also Seabreeze Bumblebees, fantastic. P. Lopsy, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Jelly made you loads of gold, but you've not farmed a single one. You sold yourself. All right. Took you 150 attempts to get the blue socks. Yeah, I didn't bother with the socks, certainly. Yeah, that was one that I didn't bother doing, basically. I had so much other stuff going on. I let that one slip me by. Right, so we've got all our auctions on. That's a good start. Let's just have a quick look, just in case there happens to be some cheap Tide Spray. It's there at 5 gold 30, so I won't be buying it at that price. So we'll avoid that. Shimmer Scale is quite cheap though, at 3 gold 20, but we'll leave that for now. What we do want to do is have a look and see if we can restock on anything. I imagine we will. Okay, so Accords of Haste we need to restock on. A few other bits and pieces. Hexweave Bag and Silkweave Satchel, depending on Shell Dry Silk. This was something Mushy mentioned to me as well. Do I have a Grumpling? I didn't even get that either. Yeah, the Sea Breeze. I don't know about the bees either. The Sea Breeze bees. That's something to a mouthful to say. Right, so gathering wise, let's have a look. Tailoring, cooking, enchanting. The Grumpling. Let me have a look. The Battle Pet. No, I don't think I have that at the moment. No, I didn't get hold of that one. I don't think I've done any of the other things at the moment. So, any of the sort of the Winter's Veil stuff, I haven't actually bothered with that at the moment. We've got a fair amount of bits and pieces to get here. Most of this is in the guild bank, so we'll do that. We'll do our Hexweave cooldown whilst we're here. And then we'll go through and craft that, and we can close that down. So looking like we need 57 veiled crystals. We're not going to buy it from the auction house though. What I do have, if we look in my bags here, I have 184 Expulsum and a lot of Umbra Shards. So I'm going to make myself some wands and make some veiled crystals out of that. So we're going to go to the standard interface, and I'm going to make Honourable Combatants Sorcerer's Scepters, which take 1 star wood, Umbra Shards and Expulsum. So I need to go and get myself some star wood, which is probably on the vendor on the other side, the enchanting vendor. So we'll go speak to you. Let me browse your goods. So star wood I could probably do with at least a stack, so let's take those. I'll take that, and then we will make ourselves, well, we don't want to make 184 wands, we only need 57 veiled crystals, So we could probably get away with making about 40 to 50 wands. So let's make 50. That should be plenty enough. So we'll create all of those. And so with these wands, we're going to disenchant them and get at least one veiled crystal out of them. Grumpus, you've done it 10 times today, going nuts. Yeah, that's a lot. When your main leatherworking competition logs out of his normal schedule just after you posted all the leatherworking stuff, feels bad. Yeah, definitely. Holidays need to stop. People logging in and out their normal schedule drives you nuts. Yeah, I'm finding myself in the same boat, Rasheen. I'm posting all over the place. Today is a good day to level pets. Is it? Is it for the US or EU? Because what have we got here at the moment? We've got Signs of the Emissary, the Anniversary, but I don't see anything specific for pets at the moment. Or just repost. Squirt is up on the Garrison, so you can level your pets to 125 and 4 battles. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Right, we've got all of those. I haven't done any pet leveling myself. Let me just minimise this, and we'll go to TSM Destroy. Okay, we'll disenchant all of these. This should get me a return of some Umbra Shards, and hopefully at least 50 Veiled Crystals, if not more. And then we can repurpose all our Umbra Shards, basically. This one. Midnight Hawk, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a lovely Christmas so far. Someone making clear, correct, and straight plans like you. Side note, I just finished your chili rice. Simple but amazing. Very nice, Wolf. I have TSM set up well, so hoping you can just cancel, retrieve from mailbox and relist. Excellent. So you make gold while at work, bed or in hospital. That's good. You've got your own level of automation there, Mushy. It's not good for people with plans. Yes, I know that's the problem with the prog, isn't it? It's so random. I've certainly had an unlucky streak so far. Maybe when we get over to Awakening, we can have some luck with it, and break my unlucky streak so far. Mission table quest give pet charms if you don't want to do any battles, which is even easier with the pet charms, definitely. I know I've got a few of those. I don't use them a lot myself though. Marky23, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. So we're going to run through all of this on all of our characters. So we're just going through disenchanting some braces to give us some veiled crystals. Got enough herbs to utilise the full buff. Not well. I've got enough. I've upped my quantities, so I'm doing at least enough for 10 minutes, certainly. And what I'd probably do then is go and do it for another 10 minutes. But I have run out of gold on that character, so I could probably do with increasing my amounts a little bit more. Right, there we go. So those are done. Veiled crystals, we now have 67 veiled crystals, so that's plenty enough. So we need to collect up everything else from our task list, which is some stuff from the auction house. Let's see if we can find some red tail loach. We need 11 of that. And let's move this over and just scan those. If we have any Shalderai silk at a decent price, which we currently don't, it's up at 7 gold 12, so I'll be avoiding the silkweave satchels at that price. But red tail loach is a good price there at 24 gold. How much is there here at that price? 14 and another 2 there. Then it's back up to 37, so at least I can get some of it. Is that enough for now? I need 11, so yes, that is enough for now. So that's good. And then we'll head on round, and we'll go to the guild bank and pick up all the other things we need. And then we'll get the rest of that going. And we'll go that way, and we'll collect up everything from the guild bank. Your TSM to Story tab never works. It gets worse in laggier zones, certainly. Saw a commercial on materials for stomach things. It reminded you. Oh, right. Much better today. Excellent. Oh, glad you're better, Rasheen. That's good to know. That's open mail, buy from vendor. So everything's fairly easy to get. Let's just move a little bit further out. Bring up our vendor, that one. Then bring it up again, and then we can buy the things we need. Then we need to open the mail. We need to take the silkweave satchels off that list because we won't be making those. We can avoid that. So let's go open our mail on the purchases of the Rattel Loach. And now we need to make one cold tiramisu and one mondazi. So we need a PM, and we need cooking wise one cold tiramisu and one mondazi. There we go. So that's everything in our list done. So we can go over to TSM now and make all of the things that we need to make for our roughly 23,000 profit, hopefully. You're watching darts, interesting. What is the net cost of crystals for me right now? So for me, the veiled crystals come out at about 80 gold. They sell for about, let me just check my bags. Let me go over to here. So yes, my mat cost for veiled crystals is 80 gold, and they sell on my server for about 184 gold. So I could sell them raw, but I'm going for the enchants myself as much as I can. Should the first thing you look before sniping is the market value? It's a good indicator, certainly. Your server may be skewed one way or the other, so it is worth at least keeping an eye on it, certainly. Right, let's make all of these. Culturan Herbalism, Versatile Navigation. Chords of Haste are a reasonable profit there, 322. Could be higher. I wonder if there's been a reset on that market. We'll have a look at that in a moment. We'll just go through and make all of these so far. Serengina, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Market value first, not without rechecking with the region value. The people that manipulate market value, yes, and it can be wildly different, certainly. Maybe Rasheen, occasionally. I know I've certainly pushed the price up on a lot of items incredibly high. Right, let's do these Accords of Hastes. Let's get 10 of those done. Actually, I can use my scroll wheel for this. That should be easier. Just let that run through. Go through all of this, and then the hexweave bag will be the next thing. I don't know if I've got enough hexweave cloth for that. Let me have a look. We are running at 74 out of 100, so definitely let's have a look at my garrison, because I'm sure that's full right now. So we go and collect up the hexweave we need for this. Cause of like 1 to 200 max profit at the moment. It's not too bad at the moment. It was higher, it was much higher, but I am very thankful for the enchanting profits I do have. It's down to basically getting a decent price on tide spray linen and the enchants. Trying to reset them every now and again as well helps. Right, let's just take all of these from the last time I was here. I've got a rush order there. We've got another rush order we can put in for. That's good. Let's just do that one for now. And then we'll run on outside. So if we did want to level up some pets, that's the person over there, isn't it? The battle pet master. But I won't do that today at the moment. We're just going to focus on the hexweave. So we'll get our resources, and then we'll head on over and collect up our hexweave. Might as well do our enchants at the same time. So we'll take all of those. That should be plenty enough hexweave for the moment. And then enchanting wise, we'll get those temporal crystals as well. Lots of those going as well. What times very linen price am I looking for? I will go for ideally anything under 5 gold will work for me.
Hey
Oh, there's not much sumptuous fur left. I need to open up my guild bank for the rest of that. Let me just go and bring up my guild bank whilst I'm here. Not reputation, spellbook and abilities, general mobile banking. Let's open that up. Put on new orders. Yep, most definitely. We'll go through that in a moment. I just need to pick up some sumptuous fur. Let's get a few of those. There we go. And where's the other one? Where are you? Hiding over here. There we go. Create all of those. That's done. And we'll go over to this one and put on these orders. Now, Drainic Dust I'm missing. We don't have any on us. I wonder if we can pick up some cheaply on the auction house. Let's have a quick look whilst we're here. Drainic Dust I'm missing at the moment. So let me just see if there's an easy way of getting it on the auction house. It just saves me having to bother. Let me just type it in. Should be easier. Drainic Dust. There we go, Drainic Dust. So there's a bit of it here at a reasonable price. So I'm just going to buy up a few of these cheaper ones. There we go, at that price, that should be fine. Jackie, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to pick up that. Those sales have just come through now. That's 1,400. We'll take those for now. And then we'll go through and get those work orders going. That's not you. Where's the person I want? You're over here. And then let's create all of those. Let's get those work orders working. Not quite everything, but that's enough for now. I'm not so concerned about the temporal crystals because I have loads of those anyway. It's mainly the hex weave that I want to focus on here. And do I have a rush work order? Let me just look through. We have tailoring, a rush work order, so we'll do those whilst we're here. And then we'll collect up the extra. Get all of that. And then we can update the work order for next time I'm here in a few days. Oh, we've disappeared. And let's create all on those. So we're all done there. There we go. Hey Farmer True, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good Christmas. We've just finished restocking on Samadan, so we should have enough now to make. We can actually make 2 hexweave bags. So let's do that and have 2 on, because they're still selling quite well. Minbart's currently 1,000 gold, so that's about 900 gold profit. So I'll create 2 of those. Wasn't so bad, but spent it sick. Oh, sorry to hear you were ill. I hope you're on the mend now, though. Right, so those are done. Let's repost everything on. And then Samadan is pretty much done here. And we'll go to my auctions and auctioning. Run a post scan. So we've got Tome of Illusions, Versatile Accord of Haste is a reasonable 717, that's okay. And Hexweave bags are actually at 1,799, so that's even better. If we can sell them at that price, I'll be very happy. Doing much better after a few long gaming sessions of the farm. Excellent. Best way to take your mind off things, really, is playing games. Right, so let's go back to our inn for the moment. We'll park ourselves there. But we have everything posted on Samadan, so we can go through our other characters now and have a look at that. It's nearly 1,000 gold more than they're going on your server. Wow, Adriana, that is a big difference. Okay, so we're done. Yeah, we're done here. Don't think I needed to buy anything more, so we'll take you and we'll log out. And we'll move on to our next character, Awakening. See if we can get ourselves some decent alchemy. We'll check the mailbox and see where things are at. Alchemy's doing really well for me at the moment. I'm really pleased with how it's gone so far. So I just need to get a decent proc, and then I can restock on as much as possible. Although I have used up my gold reserves on Awakening, so I need to build those back up so that I can buy more herbs and then restock more for next time. But let's have a look at, okay, we've got some expires. Let's do those first. But we've got some good sales here. We still got 42,000 in sales. So we've got Focus Resolve, Endless Fathoms, Unbridled Fury, Draft of Deception, Battle Potion of Strength, Flask of the Undertow, and a few more Unbridled Fury. So that's really good. 42,000. We currently got 85,000. So that gives us now 127,000. So we've got at least some stock gold that we can buy some stock with. Last one you sold was 797. Okay, that's kind of like the price that I'm selling mine at the moment. But obviously, if I can get my material prices as low as possible, then that's better. Just check your alts. You have 63 30 slot bags in use. Wow. I appear to have a lot more green in your profit column than I do. Oh, sorry, the real Gin. That is mainly down to my decent prices and my decent server prices, I think, more than anything else. So do we have any auctions on at the moment? Just a few. We'll leave those going for the moment. So the big question is, can we get ourselves a proc and restock? Thankfully, we've just broken our bad luck and we've got ourselves a Silas Potion of Prosperity. I do apologise, Rasheen. That was very lucky. So we'll make good use of this because we're going to need to restock on that. What we need to do is probably our daily cooldown first and foremost. So we'll take that. I think I'm probably going to need some Xenanthid and Anchorweed. What would a full restock look like? I must admit that's been a long time in coming, Rasheen. I haven't had a proc for a good at least a week. So let's have a look, and restocking. Actually, let's clear this and just check my auctions first. There we go, got that. Let's post on what I have, if I've got anything on me, because I think TSM prefers to see them on the auction house rather than in my bags. Hurry up and use it. I'm alright, I've got at least 2 lots of 10 minutes. So we've got time. And so we've got that done, and let's go through, just check that again.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
So let's go through. It could be 3 if I do it in the 60 seconds because of the 20-minute cooldown. 60 seconds, 60 minutes. Love you and leave you. Sorry, jumping on Discord for a guild Mythic Plus. No worries, Wolf. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. I don't have enough mats for 3 times 10 minutes. Exactly. That's the situation I'm in at the moment. I don't quite have enough just yet, but we'll build up to it certainly. Let me just see if I can buy some at a decent price. Let's have a look. Can't even make gold with alchemy either in your realm. Almost every single potion and flask on negative profit all week long. It can be tricky. I don't post all of mine at the smallest possible. Xenanthid here at 28 gold. That's a bit high. My average is 23. I'd rather not. I've only got 2,000 on me though. I got a feeling I'm going to need more than that. Let's check the full list of these and see what we're looking at. So we do have a few of 200 here. We could buy some. There's not a huge amount though. So let me just take some of these. Well, let's take the 16 by 5. Let's use up some of my gold here for the moment. You need alchemy tools of the trades to set up TSM to make the proc into consideration. Yeah, that's what I've been doing here. It does make a big difference. So let's see if we can spend some of our gold on this. Let's take the 720. Let's use my scroll wheel for this. Now this is the bigger purchases. 3 of these is going to take me out. Actually, no, that's not too bad. Another 2. I don't want to get into the 44 gold mark though, definitely. So I'm going to buy what I can at this price. Do you think that you should shuffle and save the enchanting mats that you get to make enchants in 8.3. If you can make them for a profit now, there's no harm at least having some on now, definitely. I'm going to take that 27 off as well. I'll leave that one there. Zimpao, good evening to you. My holiday was fantastic, thank you very much. I've got another week off of work, so I'm going to spend another week with my family. It's going to be really good. Ready for 2020? Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. More like goals I may have set for myself. Well, my continual goal is going to be to make sure that I've got all professions by the time Shadowlands comes out. Is my main overarching goal at the moment. There we go. If I stream every day, I can apply for a partner after that. That's not a bad idea, actually. I'm going to try again once I've got my my averages have gone a bit longer, but I think we should be in a good position, hopefully. Anything particularly for preparing for 8.3? Only just making sure I can buy Tide Spray at a good price when I see it. That's the main thing, really. Yeah, I think it's a good time to be playing WoW, definitely. With 8.3 coming out, certainly. Right, so let's just check what we've got here for our restocks. Let's restock on the rank 3s. So we will need to do all of these. Now the main thing we're missing here is Dimitri's Draft of Deception, and we need Sand Shifter for that. Now that's been in really short supply on my server. Let me just have a look, see if we've got any decent. See, it's 70 gold at the moment, so it's really expensive. My mat cost is 44 gold, so I don't like to buy it for that price. So I might have to leave that Dimitri's Draft for a while. Because looking at that, if we look at Alchemy, Dimitri's Draft of Deception, if we have a look here, so it's saying a 366 profit per craft, so that's per craft, not per potion. The actual price per potion is coming out at my custom price source there. Silas potion value is 151 gold, so that is actually a reasonable profit. But then if you look at the Sand Shifter, we need 5 of those, and my Sand Shifter price is currently at 44 gold. So if I buy them at double that, then we're looking at another, what were they at the Sand Shifter? Sand Shifters were at 70 gold, so we're looking at 30 gold roughly on top of that, so another 150 gold on top of my price of Dimitri's Draft of Deception, so that's still a profit at that price. Yeah. So I should be alright buying some of that Sand Shifter at 70 gold. Let's do that. Let's get a few of those. At that current price we're okay. I really don't like buying it at that price. How much do we need? Let me just have a look at that. We needed, we got 170, so we'll need 130. So we would need to be buying one of those and a few of those. I don't like to do it, but I'm going to do it for the purposes of this. We'll buy that, and we'll buy that one, and the 7. There we go. It's not great profit margins. Normally I would like to get it at a much cheaper price. Might maybe go out and fish some for myself. There we go. So now that we've done that, we best make use of this Silas buff. We have everything ready, I believe. So everything we have, hopefully for all of this. Gathering wise, we don't need anything there. So let's go and turn on the buff for the next 10 minutes and see how much we can craft. So starting off, Abyssal Healing Potions. I can't craft, unfortunately, because TSM's bugged out for me. So let's do this manually. So 60 Abyssal Healing Potions. This happens occasionally, so we're going to create these manually anyway. That should be easier. So I'll run through this. TSM bugged? No way. It does seem to struggle sometimes with the alchemy ones. You know, time is money, right? Exactly. I'll try a reload. It hasn't helped me in the past. But we'll go through and we'll make what we can of these. Let's make 60 of these, see what we can make in the time we've got. What I can do is basically look at this, I can switch over and see what I need to make next. So 60 potions of unbridled fury is next. So it's not too bad doing it this way. We can click on each of these things as they go. So I'll just keep an eye on this. Wait for that to come through. Maybe I'm running low on crystals. That could be something. So currently doing that. I've got 635. That should be alright. So Unbridled Fury is next. Wait for that to finish. And then we'll go Unbridled Fury. 60 of those. Create. And then whilst that's going, I'll look for my next thing, which is 30 potions of Empowered Proximity. Which is that a utility one? Gives me a chance to find it. Oh, it is. It's just here right next to it. That's fine. There we go. Used to turn off TSM to craft with alchemy anyway. TSM lags your crafts. You can make 400 crafts with TSM enabled, almost 600 with disabled. Interesting. And the 10 minute buff does matter. Right, so going through all of these so far. So what was it? Empowered Proximity. 30. So we're looking at this next. Wait for this to come through. I've not been looking at my procs at the moment. Just want to make sure everything's going first. Apologies if I miss anything on chat whilst I'm doing this. We want to make the best use of our buff whilst we can. Okay, so Empowered Proximity. 30 of those. Create. And then next after that is 16 Focused Resolve. That's this one here. And we need 16 of those. This is all rough numbers basically based on my crafting numbers. Just to give me a decent amount of stock, certainly. Gun with the Warlock, thank you very much for the follow. Apologies if I'm not focusing on chat at the moment whilst I run through this. Let me just focus on making all of these potions. So 16 Focused Resolve. And then 18 Superior Battle Potion of Strength. 18 of those. I don't know which one of them they are. It'll be this one. This one. Strength. 18 of those. Create those. I think it was 18. Doesn't matter if it's not. And then 12 of Intellect. Okay. 12 of Intellect. Keep an eye on this. Let this run through. And then I'll catch up on chat once I've done all of this. There we go. So, Intellect 12. And then 30 of Agility. So Agility's obviously done better. We need more of that. And 30 of these. Create those. We're running through them fairly quickly. We've still got 6 minutes left on the buff. That's not too bad. We did get a proc times 20 there of the potion of agility. That's really good. This is why you have to make potions with the Silas proc, because you get buffs, you get procs like that, and that makes it worth a while. Right, what's the next one on our list? Agility, 55 Greater Flask of the Undertow. Loads of those. That's going to be down here. So 55 of these. That's maximum amount, so we've sold all of those. Hopefully we have enough for this. Looks like we should have. Let that run through. Now these flasks are really costly to make because they've got a crafting cost of 938 gold. Price per potion is 551 gold. So the min buyout is currently 487, but I do sell them at my min buyout. I post them on anyway, even though there are some less than my min buyout, and they do sell. So it's important to keep them on, even if they're not showing a profit. So this is a classic example of that. It's still worth making. Now it's changed the order, which is rather unhelpful. We've got Dimitri's Draft of Deception and Lightfoot Potion we haven't done. So Lightfoot Potion we need 30 of. We'll have a look at that in a moment. That's up here. So I'll make 30 of these. Let's create those. Justin Rose, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. I'm only semi-focusing on chat at the moment, whilst I'm just rushing through and trying to make as many potions as I can with my buff that I've got at the moment. So we're just letting this run through, and then the last thing I need to do was Dimitri's Draft of Deception, 60 of those, which we do have enough for 60, which is good. We just bought exactly what we needed for this. So we're going to create all of these. Still got 4 minutes left, so we're alright. We managed to make everything we wanted to in the time we had there. Now it's probably worth me having a look and seeing if I can make more use of this buff and make some extra things like Abyssal Healing Potions, just to increase my stock levels. As the buff has taken so long to come around, there's probably a few things we could maximize our amounts here. I would probably go with Abyssal Healing Potions because those sell most frequently, and then I'll wait for another 10 minutes. What I'll do is wait 10 minutes and then get the buff, and then I'll log off straight away so I can use it next time. That's going to be my next best thing. So I'm going to let all of this come through. Make as many of the most 3 profitable things. Basically, that's what I'm going to go for, as much as I can in the time that I've got left. So we'll carry on. We'll make Abyssal Healing Potions are quite good because they are a profit even at that crafting cost. So let's make at least make at least 100 of these. Let's get the stocks going up as much as possible here. And then we can have a look at TSM whilst that's going, and look at other things that have got a good sale rate number here, like that's 0.55. Unbridled Fury is another good one there. That's in a profit at 69. There's not as much profit as this. What's a good high number one that's also a good high profit? 0.4 for Dimitri's Draft of Deception, but again the Sand Shifter price is a limiting factor on that one. The Greater Flasks, even though they're negative, they do sell at my minimum price. So we could maybe look at Endless Fathoms and Flask of the Currents for those. But I'm thinking of maybe some more Unbridled Fury would be my next thing here, after we've made these. So I can make 136 of these currently. So we're using up a lot of our stock here. We've got 42 seconds left. So it's going to be mainly on these so far. So maybe if we stop this one and jump over to Unbridled Fury, see if we can make at least 30 seconds worth of these whilst we're here. It was Unbridled Fury, wasn't it? Unbridled Fury, yes, that was the high one. Let's go through this. Where's Unbridled Fury? There it is. Just wait until this buff disappears. I'll give it 1 second and then I'll cancel. There we go. And I'll stop it there. So we've used the full 10 minutes, which is really, really good. What I'll do is I'll wait for the next time I can use that is 10-minute cooldown, and I can use it again. So in that time, what I'll do is, let me just, like you said, let's clear the queue and see if anything is missing. We should have got most of it, hopefully. Yep, we did. That's good. So we can post this lot on. That's a good start. We have some stock. And then I'll have to remember to come back in 10 minutes and make sure we get the buff before I log him off, and so that I'm ready to craft some more next time, depending on what sells in that time. Yeah. So we've got all of these going on at that price. Maximum amount of other things already posted on, so that's good. So let's post all of those on. Looking in a good state there. And what I'll do is I'll jump onto my other characters and we'll come back to Awakening and see what we can do there. Right, so let's log out. Let's just pop it on to 43, so let's come back in 10 minutes. Let's go over to Earthen and check leather working. You just relisted 622 random greens. Wow. Good luck with that one. Hopefully they sell. That's a lot. Okay, Azurite Power's available. That's gone. Okay, we have some sales. Excellent. Wow, we have a lot of Notorious sales. Look at this. We have Notorious leather, arm guards, waist guards, male arm guards, waist guards, all for over 1,000. Well, that one's 944. Coarse leather has sold. One of each of those. Drums of Fury, more Notorious arm guards, more Drums of Fury, and more waist guards and arm guards. So those are selling really well. Look at the prices on those. 49,000 gold. That's very nice. I'll open up that one. So anyone in doubt that Notorious is still selling, that's a clear example of it. Let's post on everything. Have we got everything on? We've still got some on here, so that's good. I've obviously relisted this. Have I got anything spare on me? No, I don't. So we're going to have to restock on these, most definitely. Restock on Drums of Fury. We don't quite have enough raw beast hide for that, but some more Notorious gear, some coarse leather gear. Looks like we have most of that. Let me just check for raw beast hide. It should be in my favourites somewhere. Raw beast hide exact. There we go. And there's none on the auction house. There we go. So we are limited by what we have at the moment. So we'll make what we can. Let's go for that, and let's make the coarse leather and bits and pieces. Bought a bunch of embroidered deep sea bags today for 3.5 each. Normal price is 6. As soon as you post them, someone posted 2 for 3.8, and you bought them, they posted 2 more. It's repeated until you had about 20. I didn't want to risk any more. You just logged on now to repost yours, and the price has stabilised at 4.8. Okay. If you had the funds, you keep buying them, but you only had 200k. It's a tricky one because oh, we need some dredged leather. Let me go get some dredged leather. It's a tricky one because you don't know how much supply they have, and I've got a feeling in 8.3 with the new auction house coming out, the price difference between hex weave bags. Oh, these are the embroidered deep sea bags. These are the big ones, aren't they? Actually, no, forget that. That's a different matter. I was thinking of the regular deep sea bags. We need BFA shopping, dredged leather. Probably just look for it individually, but let's see what else is on of our shopping list. Hardened Tempest Hide is so cheap. Look at that, 3 silver. There's surely something I can do with that. There's dredged leather coming in at 43 gold. Let's have a look at this in more detail. There's a reasonable amount of it. I think ahead of 8.3 coming out, I'm going to buy a little bit more of this than I need. So I'm going to buy up some of this and a few other bits and pieces, because I've got a feeling the price of this will spike come 8.3 and the new uncanny gear, because it's going to need dredged leather. So I'm going to buy up a little bit more until I've got a comfortable amount. Let's take some of this. Let's make use of that profits we've made so far. Let's take the big numbers, and then let's take the 4. Let's keep the 43 there as a offering to the auction house gods, but I'll take 3 of those out for now. Records mentioning mobs in the new zones drop dredged leather. Oh, interesting. Where do you see the 8.3 crafted gear mats? So I would look for uncanny gear in Wowhead. Let me just have a look. So if you go onto Wowhead and you go onto the PTR section and you do a search for uncanny, and then you've got all the uncanny gear here, and if we look at this, let's have a look at something like the uncanny combatants leather waistguard, something like that, which is crafted, and it is, where is the, there we go, it needs dredged leather at rank 3, it needs, no, here's rank 3, it will need, no, this will be rank 3 here, this has got the least amount, this is rank 3, so it needs 15 dredged leather, tempest hide, bloodstained bone, and 3 expulsum. So that's what we're going to need for the uncanny gear, so it's worth having a look at those items. Bloodstained bones might be worth keeping a stock of, as will tempest hide, because we're going to need a fair amount of this stuff. So it's using the it's not using any new materials, it's using the existing materials we've got. So with that bought, let me just pick up that from the mailbox. Pick up those purchases. Yes, definitely good to know. I hate how they up the number of expulsion required. Not like we're already scrapping thousands of braces. I know, it is quite annoying. It's a lot of expulsum. I got a feeling we're going to go through it fairly quickly. How much have I got left on this character? Earthen only has 36 left, so I'm going to have to send some braces his way and go on a bit of a... let's do this on the other character here. We can only make 19 Drums of Fury, so that's all we can do for now. Raw Beast Hide is in 0 auctions on at the moment, so we'll have to look during the week and see if we can find some. That will be the best thing, I think. But we'll at least post some Drums of Fury on for now. Might even be worth a reset on the market price if these aren't. You keep warning. You did warn me, Mushy. You did indeed. So it was advice not taken, and I'm paying the consequence of it now. Do I have order resources for the raw beast hide? I could actually buy some on Samadan. That's a good point. We did go and visit the garrison. I don't think. Now, I can't remember what my garrison was like on Earthen. It's been a long time since I've been there. I don't think I've got a trading post set up. But yeah, that's definitely worth an idea. Have a look at the price of raw beast hide on there. I'm going to post up what I've got for now. We'll leave it at that because we're going to come back to Goldmaking in a moment. I'm keeping an eye on the time then. So I'm going to go through and run a post scan on this. Maybe I'll have to come back. I've got at least some Drums of Fury on, so that's a good start. Let's get all of those on. Let me just double check that I've got all the Notorious on, because sometimes I haven't got the full group listing. So let's just check Notorious selling it. We do have a couple of new ones to add into my list, so let's add those in, and then we can pop those on and run a post scan. Yeah, good prices here, 6,000 and 9,999. With any luck, those will sell. Do I have the data on Notorious expulsum rates? I'm just getting 1.3 per disenchant. Wanted to know if Notorious is better than Honourable. I haven't tested it, Notorious versus Honourable, but 1.3 to 1. I can't remember my numbers I had. Let me just have a look on the Bracelet Super Shuffle. So using my technique here, my averages here of, so for every 100 braces that I made, disenchanting the blues and then scrapping the greens, I would get, on average, for every 100 braces I make, I would get 13.6 expulsum. if that makes any sense. Yeah, expulse more veiled crystal. That's a good point actually. Right, let's post this on. Run a post scan on that. That's done. Okay, so we're done there. We've got 150,000 gold, so that's a good amount. Let's jump over to my other alchemist and have a look at what we've got here. So having a look at this, let's have a look at, this is basically living steel. Let's have a look at what we've, most things will have expired. We do have some sales of living steel. We also are selling all the panther gems as well. So we've sold 20 lots of living steel here. I'm running low on ghost iron ore and spirit of harmony. So even though we have 23,000 here, it's going to be interesting in terms of what I can actually restock on in my current state. Let's have a look. Let's go and look at my auctions as they are at the moment. So nothing on. Run a post scan of what we have. We'll see what we got. Veil crystal rate on disenchanting does differ from epic to epic. Only, whereas that doesn't differ from epic to epic. Only differs when doing small sample sizes, but overall it doesn't. Yes, there we go. Run the first 3 groups in that dungeon in Pandaria. Oh, will I get a lot of... yes, yeah, that makes sense, Regine. So an epic is an epic, basically, isn't it? It's got the same rate. Do I ever try to make gold with pet leveling? I haven't, actually. I first started doing... I had a look at selling pets early on when I first looked into gold making, and it didn't suit me in terms of how long it took to sell things. So I would certainly have it as a secondary profession. I kind of like pets at the moment, and I would probably look to level some up, but it's not been my focus at the moment. We've got one here, Razormore Hatchling, that it will just be like a random thing that we're trying to sell. It won't be anything specific. But I could probably level this one up, and then see if I could, because I think this is level 1, and see if I can boost its value that way.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
That's worth doing, potentially. Yeah, you meant veil crystals, no problem. I hope that makes sense. Let's go have a look at the shuffle again then, in terms of, so instead of expulsum, so I'm getting on average per disenchant of purple, usually honourable, it's 1.228 is my average number of veils based on my sample size. So that's similar to yours, I think. So that seems about right. Right, what am I doing? Where was I? I was doing this, and then we need to do a shopping scan. If we can get some decent Spirit of Harmony, we could possibly get some Ghost Iron Ore that way. Motes of Harmony there at 16 gold, and Spirits of Harmony at 138 gold. That is worth buying at that price. We've got a lot here under 150, so I'm going to buy up all of this, because Spirit of Harmony under 150, for me on my server, with the price of living steel as it is, that's a good price. Because I can effectively turn this into living steel quite easily. I'm going to buy, oh, we're up to 166 now. Do I want to buy those? I probably do. I'll probably go up to 170 here. How many do I have at the moment? I have 138. Yeah, so I'm going to buy these up as well. I'm going to take myself up to 172. I mean, it would be tempting to go all the way up here, because really any price like 200 gold is good for Spirit of Harmony. But I think I'll just take these ones that are here, It's a little bit slow here. I can go back to Awakening now and get his buff, so let's just take these. How many are we at now? 200 Spirits of Harmony. We've got the motes here as well. Every 10 of those creates 1. So we're just doing a little bit here. I'm going to buy these 3 as well. You bought like 15,000 Spirits of Harmony for 30 gold each. Oh, that's a brilliant price. You could certainly turn that into living steel if the living steel price is good on your server. And let's have a look at these motes of harmony. So there's only 9 of them at 16, and then they go up to 17 gold. So it's probably only worth buying these 9. There we go, we'll take those. So that's all fine. I'll take those. All of those are good price in your server, even better. So spirits and motes are done. Tie spray is still 8 gold in the auction house. Ouch. I hope you have a good stock at the moment to see you through these dry times. So we have, okay, we've got 230 Spirits of Harmony and 37 more Spirits of Harmony through the motes. So time space 1.87. Oh right, though that's not bad face as well for at least doing the pants shuffle. That's just over it, isn't it? So it looks like someone's buying them at that price. What do we need to restock on here? Let's have a quick look. Let's clear this queue and go to my Panther stuff. Oh, it looks like we didn't get anything there. Let's just check the auction house again. There we go. Let's try that. I may have already restocked on these things. Looks like I have. Okay, so looking at that, we could probably do some living steel here, but I think we'll leave it for now. We do have some living steel on, 2 lots of 4, so we'll save that for later. As I want to carry on, I've got some other things I want to do here, so I'm conscious of the time. So let's go out of this. Snatch them really fast, yeah, exactly. Okay, next character. Now, I really want to spend some time on Samadan, but I'd like to do a bit of a sponsored stream on Classic as well. So I'm going to go over to Awakening first and get his buff for that. And then what we'll do is we'll do something a little bit different. We'll go over to Classic and see if we can do some decent gold making on that front. Now, I've never done one of these bounties before, so bear with me whilst I just set that up. Hopefully it will all work. It's a little bit of extra incentive to play Classic at the moment. Let me just go through and do this. So we have the Silas Potion of Prosperity. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this buff and I'm going to save it for next time. So I'm going to log out with the 10 minutes left on it. So I'm going to collect that up and then I'm going to log straight out. So next time I've got 10 minutes to make use of that. It's like a getting sponsored for playing Classic. It's one of the features of affiliates in that you can get like a bounty board, and if you play it for a certain amount of time, then there's a percentage of a payout. So what I'll do is I'll go and set that up now. If you bear with me one moment, and I'll see if I can get it to work. I'm still here on the microphone. I'm just going to swap everything over. Let's see if I can get that set up. Kanga D, thank you very much for the follow. I'll be back with you in 1 moment. Oh, let me turn that down. There we go. That was a little bit loud, wasn't it? I do apologise. There we go, let's just turn that down. Just as a background noise. That should be better than my microphone. Thank you, Mushy. Right, let me just check this and see if I can turn this on.
21 energy shield, 77 life, 39 fire.
That's not what I wanted to click on. And I go onto here. And then I'll come through here. Redbeard, thank you very much for the follow. I'll be with you in 1 moment whilst I run through and see if I can activate this. Okay, let me do that, and then I need to change my stream title. Let's have a look at this. There we go, and then we should be able to go back into this. Thank you for bearing with me. It's not over, I'm just going over to classic drizzling rows. We're just going to jump over. I just had to activate an actual sponsorship part of it. So let me just see if this works. And then we'll go back in, and then we'll go back in, and we'll try out a little bit of classic and see what the gold making situation is like in classic. So let's go through and log in to, let me go back, there we go. So here we have Samadan of old, classic Samadan. We haven't been here for a long time. Classic is over. Why are people buying notorious gear when Magitar is giving 380? Exactly, it's interesting that it is still giving it. But it is, and people I think are wanting specific gear of specific stats, and so they are playing it. They are buying it, certainly. Perhaps Blue Kitten, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. So we have just jumped over to a little bit of classic. So where I am at the moment, I'm currently level 34, and I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bubbles away from getting to level 35. When I get to level 35, then I can get my tailoring up, because at the moment my tailoring is currently at 189 of 225. I would like to get my tailoring up to, well, it sounds like the sound's quite quiet. Let me just see if I can adjust that. How is my sound volume? I think it's quite low at the moment. Let me just turn that up a little bit more. There we go. Hopefully that's still loud enough for everyone. There we go. What Racine said about Korok's Revenge. Cheaper. Also, people level tons of alts in Ultrac Valley. Yes, exactly. Yes, having lots of alts. You can't quite get enough benthic gear that way. So let's carry on. We need some salty scorpid venom. So we'll carry on, do a little bit of questing this way. I'll see if I can remember how to do everything. I've got Zygor guides on to help me with classic, because I tend to be fairly clueless as to where I'm going and what I'm doing. So this is always a good way to go through. And I do this, and then I do that. And I do that. I need to have that buff on and my inner fire on. And I can probably do, another smite would have been better then. But we'll do that, and then we'll wand the rest down. One day with Main is gearing up one ult with pearls. But done that now 4 times, sick and tired of it. Exactly, and getting it on the getting it with the Notorious gear is so much easier, really, when you've got a lot of ults. Now we need Saltstone Basilisks. Which ones are these? Crystal Hide. We need to kill one more of these, so we can do one of these. We're looking out for scorpions mainly. I'll do this and that, and then we can do a smite instead. That'll be a better rotation for this. Rank 3 Zenithid. Excellent wave, congratulations. That's going to make getting everything certainly easier. I very nearly just pressed the button to mount then. That's going to be interesting. In the crater should be 2 versions of basilisks. Yeah, there's one lot and another lot. I'm looking for the scorpions mainly. I need one more salty scorpid venom. So we're going to do these mainly here. This is good for leveling this area. I managed to get a decent amount with a decent number of mobs, which is always really good. Level 25 tunes in Alterac Valley. I ain't got the benthic gear for all of them. 25, wow, that's a lot, Rasheen. With Notorious and the other ones are benthic, and that's bind on account. That's fair enough. Right, let's do this one over here. This is green to me though, but it's still XP, so it's worth doing. We need one more salty scorpid venom. So we're going to have to keep doing this. Obviously the drop rates in Classic compared to BFA are so much harsher. But I really do like levelling a priest. 4 more to go, wow. How many characters have you got? Are you planning to get to 120, Rasheen? And dare I ask, what are you going to do with them all? I mean, I would love to have more characters, at least for one of every profession. But beyond one of every profession, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. It's an interesting situation to be in. Through this, and then we'll wand you down. So we're already half a bubble in, because we've got full rested XP here, which is also another good benefit to... there we go, 6 of 6 Scorpid Venom. So now we need to kill 8 Saltstone Basilisks. Now these are Saltstone Crystal Hides. We don't need these ones. We need the other ones, I believe. Here's one, Saltstone Basilisk. Let's do one of these. So we need to kill 8 of these. These are quite simple, as a simple just kill quest. I can cope with these quite easily. Got to have the mount farming army. Yeah, definitely. Just leveling ones you bought with BFA boosts, and ones you had left behind still being 100 on other realms. Never have enough transmute slaves. That's true, actually. Transmute slaves is a good thing. Definitely. Saltstone Basilisk, that's what we want. Let's do that over here. They seem to be around this area. Oh, that was the wrong button. I wanted to press this one instead. Let's get the dots on. I have to keep an eye on my mana as well. Not doing too badly though. Got a reasonable rotation going. Transmute assistance, yeah, something like that. There's another one over here, so very little downtime with a priest, which is really nice. I just have to be a little bit more careful with my mana. It just went out of range, unfortunately. So let's go this way, and then we'll drop this one down. The thing I do like about Classic, and it's been a long time since I played it, is it's got a very peaceful nature to it. Obviously, I'm not on a PvP server. I'm on a PvE server, which I think goes a long way as a gold maker. You know, whilst the PvP servers are probably a lot more active, this is like me and the same as on Shadowsong. I would prefer a quieter, more peaceful server over a hectic PvP server. But then that's probably just the nature of how I like to... Oh, that's a crystal hide. We don't need one of those. So let's head over this way, see if we can find some more of the right type. You got 3 boosts left. Can't decide race class combos. All the names for them. It's the eternal question, isn't it? Which do you make? Okay, this crater looks like it might have some interesting things in there. Saltstone Basilisk is what I want. So we'll go through here. And it shouldn't take me too long to do all of these. And then I've got a whole load of quests to hand in once I've done all of these. So that's going to be interesting in terms of how much XP I get, because we're already 1 bubble in, which is really good. Keep an eye on my buff there for Inner Fire. Still got plenty of that left. And there's another one ahead of me up here. So I'm going to do that in a moment. You've got a name reserved on a level 6 character, but you need to 30 before you can delete it safely, and it will reserve your name. Alright, I didn't realise that it works like that with name reserving. I guess as soon as you've deleted it, then it becomes available again straight away, I take it. Alright, let's do this one. Gonna have to shield straight away. And then do the rest of my spells. And then we can go through here and we'll smite that one down. This is all good stuff in terms of getting myself... That's a crystal hide, I don't want one of those. It might be worth killing them anyway for the XP. What I'll do actually is I'll work my way round and go down that little ramp down there. And that should get me all the things I need. I also need some rocket car parts actually, so let's keep an eye out for those. I'll do those as well. If you're level 30 it reserves it to your battle net for 30 days. Oh, even better. Okay, I see, definitely worth doing then. Right, let's go get some car parts from here. We need another 4 of those. And then we can head down into that basin and see if we need 3 more saltstone basilisks. There's one over there actually, so I'm going to work my way over to that one. It looks like going around this crater might be a good idea. We'll do that. I find with Classic there's a lot less button mashing and it's much more measured, certainly. You've got Dark Wing Duck, so you're levelling to be 30 to be sure. Yeah, definitely. You might as well keep the theme. This one, oh, it just ran away. Let me see if I can catch it. Sounds like something from Pokemon then. We've got 2 minutes left on the buff, so we'll probably do with renewing that now whilst we've got the mana. And then we'll let the spirit tap tick in once we've got the kill. Shirt from QWERTY, you must have missed it if it is. This is quite a nice one. This one is a Star Wars QWERTY shirt. It's a retro sort of 70s looking TIE fighter. But yeah, there is a link in my stuff below. If you are interested in getting hold of any shirts, I do have an affiliate link. There we go, these are the ones I want. They're all neatly spaced all around here, so this is going to make a nice way to get some XP and kill the required amount. I only need 2 more of them actually, so that should be done. Let's go through here, and we'll do these. It feels very strange to be back in Classic. Nice, but strange, very calming. Just want to get myself over to the auction house next, really. That's the next thing. The image of you standing smiling makes you glad every time you see it. Yes. Thank you, Derplicious. I think that's kind of like a... I try to keep that as much... Oh, this is the wrong one. I need to be fighting the other one. I try to keep that as much the default me as possible. Although standing is unusual for me, obviously, because I'm sat on the floor most of the time whilst I'm streaming. We still have a sleeping Oreo right behind us. Alright, is this one what I want? Saltstone Basilisk. Okay, this is the last one I want. And then we need some car rubble parts as well on them. Got that and that. And then we'll do this. You've got 3 used monk alts to 58 this week. Should be getting to at least one of them in 90 tomorrow. Been playing a bit too much. Lots instead of levelling. You're so behind in your schedule. Well, as long as you're having fun, that is the main thing. Above anything else, as long as you're having fun. Got about 30 over the last 4 to 5 weeks with the sales they had. Made great gifts. Yeah, they are great. And some really good prices with the... oh, lots of mobs around. That's just... Well, that's a level 33. We should be alright on that. Don't want to overextend myself and run into too many things here. Should be okay. Mana's okay at the moment. Oh, we're immune to this. Okay, that's slightly unfortunate. So this swirling vortex is immune to my wand. Oh, and then I've got an ad. Okay, so things are getting slightly hairy. We need to get rid of that one, except I don't have enough mana for that. So I think we need to try and do a Psychic Scream on you. Trying to recover a little bit here. Got no potions to hand. Nothing here. Melon juice and stuff like that. We're in combat, which doesn't help. We need to just get rid of this first. And then we can deal with the Saltstone Crystal Hide. Okay, that's better. So, shields up, hopefully. We can't shield up, so let's do this whilst we've got some mana. We can use our Desperate Prayer, which is here, which will help us a little bit. And we've also got our free heal, actually. So we'll do this, and then we'll use our Inner Focus and our free Flash Heal. Get our mana back up. Get a dot going. Now we're out of mana again. But at least we have a shield on now. And we can use our wand to some effect whilst we get some mana back. Still nothing on the potion front, so that's fine. We managed to work our way through this calmly and collectively, which is good. There we go. Enough for that and that. That's done. Okay. So, car parts. Next thing we need. Let's head back to the central area, which, given the fog, which direction do you want to go into? South, that way. And look for some car parts along the way. And that will give us a chance to get some mana and health back in time. And then somewhere on the track should be some car parts that we can make use of here. Oh, there's another player, look. A human mage. Well, let's give... Oh, have they got a buff? Let's give them a buff. There we go. Oh, look at that. Both gave each other a buff. Synchronicity. That's fantastic. Alright, we're too close for car parts here, so let's go over to the track over this side. See if we can find a few more. And we've got 3 bubbles left to get to level 35. Once we get to level 35, I'm going to leave this area. I'm going to head back to Stormwind in the auction house, which is going to be my main focus, really. Now, where are the car parts? There might be some further out. Let's have a look. I can see they're here on the map. Let's avoid it. Oh, we got the vortex. Now, this we need to remember. We can't use our wand on, so I'm going to have to use all my mana instead. So let's use all my spells. And then just spam smite until they die. We've got our 2 dots on, which helps. We need an Inner Fire and a Prayer of Healing as well. Not Prayer of Healing, a Power Word Fortitude would be useful at this stage. Smack with staff would work, but my skill is pretty poor at the moment. So I'm not sure how much that's going to be much use to me. I'll wait for my spirit tap to go, and then we'll... There's some car parts over here. Hopefully I can see those on the map. And then we'll work our way back. Hopefully there's something over there. We'll do an Inner Fire and a Power Word Fortitude. So there's one here, and looks like there's another one up there. And even the opening time is so long on these. There we go, and another, oh, we got another 2 here, so let's do one over here and then one to the south. That scorpion's working its way towards me though, so... Oh, it's moved, that's okay. There is one over there, but that's in the wrong direction really. I want to go further south, so I'm going to go and take this one. And then we should be done there, and then we can hand all these quests in. There's loads of these to hand in. I'm going to go and get this one. As long as that's fine. These look like they're moving in the wrong direction. So I might have to clear this one out of the way. Oh, it's got a scorpion there as well coming in. So let's switch targets. Do this instead. Do that. Line up all my spells. Front load all of those. And then finish with a wand. Keep an eye on that basilisk. It looks like that's the end of it at the moment. So we're all right there. Not doing too badly. Not doing too badly. Gone back into the swing of these things for classic. Better than I thought, actually. And then it's certainly helpful with the Zygor guides as well. I know it's paid for, but it has saved me a lot of hassle. Right, so let's go and travel back and turn in all of these rocket car parts, and we should have quite a few quests to turn in. Looking at that, well, at least a couple. Whether that will get me to level 35, I'm not sure. Webgirl 1573, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Guideline is also a good guide add-on. Guideline. Okay, thank you, Wave. Is that a classic specific one, or is that BFA as well? Alright, let's head over this way. It's a classic one. Okay, fantastic. I'll have to have a look at that for that one. And it's free. Yeah, being free is also useful. Questy is also has been pretty good for me. Just giving me a few extra bits and pieces. So who am I speaking to? Cravel. Cravel is over here. I'll do you first. I'll hand that in. And then we'll go over to Fizzle, which is here.
Greetings. Off and away.
And then Whizzle is over here. And then we need to go over to Pozic, which is over here. And we've got half a bar left, so we're almost there to level 35. That's a good time to have a turn in. Clown, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Where are we? Pause. Yeah, Pozic is here. There we go. Oh, we're so close to level. How much are we away from level 35 here? 62,743. So we're 57 XP away from the right level. There we go. Thank you, Mushy. Excellent, Darkwing. Right, we might as well just go and find something to kill, because we're pretty much done. 6 saltstone gazers we need to do here, so we can carry on with that whilst we're here. These are all down at the bottom end, so we'll start with that one. We'll go through those. 2 hours and 25 minutes, so we're going to carry on with classic for a little bit more. Who is this other person in here? Slash, yeah. No idea. It's been that long since I've been on. Alright, let's do one of these sparkle shells. We might as well get the passive mobs. We just need to kill one thing for the level 35 here. Let's start with one of these. This should be the ding, with any luck. Let's go through it and see. That long. It's the last Sunday stream of the decade. Yes, I know. There we go. Level 35. Fantastic. And I can't remember what talents I was going for. I think I was going down this way. Holy wise. Discipline and holy, rather. I can't remember what I was using that for, so I'll leave that for the moment. Okay, so we are level 35, which is fantastic. That means our tailoring profession can now go up to the full 300. We are currently sitting at 27 gold. Thank you, Mushy. Where do we Hearthstone back to? It's Stormwind City, so it would be a long, long trek to come back here. So let me just check to see what else I need to do here before I finish up here. So, Saltstone Gazers, then I've done the Crystal Hides, and then we need to turn in Bump in the Road, and then we discover the Gadgetstan Flight Path. That could be useful. Okay, let's just finish this off a little bit. Getting a flight path would be useful. So let's go over here and finish these off. So we've done the Crystal Hides. We don't need those. We need the Saltstone Gazers, which look like they might be in here somewhere, or at least clustered around here. These are all Crystal Hides, though. Kill 6 saltstone gazers. Do these count? I'm not sure they do. Saltstone gazer. Walk out to the bottom of the map. 3 minutes. You walk to gadget stand. Okay, so it's just around here, is it? Okay. Okay. Saltstone gazer is here, and they are skinnable. Okay, there's one over there. Question we'll think and answer the most. That's brilliant. Right, here's some gazers. Okay, just 6 of these. And we can go over to gadget stand after that. We'll do these first though, because we might as well finish off this quest line as it is, get some extra XP. That way I'm in a better position for later. There's only 6 of these we need to kill, so that should be easy. No worries, Darkwing. Those that spotted my my dad joke in the Wowhead blog will know I'm not adverse to the odd dad joke. Do one of those, one of those, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do this. So only 6 of these is fine. So saltstone gazers. Okay, a bump in the road is all of these for all of the things. Okay, that's good. We can do those. You seem to be stunned at the moment, which doesn't help. Finish this off. You're resisting a lot of this. You're at level 35 though, so you're the same level as me. So that's why we're a little bit harder. Usually it's better to go for things a level or 2 below you in Classic. At least we can get another one of these. Let's go up onto the side. We'll finish this up. Do one of those and one of those. Could probably do with another inner fire, I think, looking at that. Go through all of this, and okay, so yeah, this isn't too bad. Oh, except we're getting stunned, which isn't as fun. Crystal hides over there. Yeah, we're a little low on health there, so let's use our free flash heal, and that won't affect our spirit tap, which is also good. And then let's go over this side. Looks like they're all over this side, these saltstone gazers. The tougher ones, it would appear. We'll do each of these. Get that going and that on, and there we go. Dior, thank you very much for stopping by. Good night to you, and am I really sitting on the floor? Yes, I am. I hope you have a lovely new year, and see you in 2020. We're just running through all of these saltstone gazers. How many have we done? We've done 3 out of 6. We're halfway there on these. Just 1 more, or 2 more, or 3 more. There we go. Do this one. Looks like a few of these have been killed anyway. Seem to take a bit more damage here. I'm probably due some extra spells, actually, looking at this. I probably need to go to Stormwind anyway. There we go, do that. Oh look, there's someone on a mount. Something I could get at in a future time. Not just yet. We resisted that one. Let's go through. Let's do a couple of smites, I think. I think I'm going to need to use my mana a bit more just to get them down a little bit further. Oh, and getting stunned doesn't help either. Oh, and we've got another one coming next to me, so let's just move out the way a little bit. Don't want extra aggro. Could probably do with just healing myself up a little bit. Got another minute left on our free heal. Only got 1 more of these to do though. So let's find crystal hides. Right, there's the last one. Let's go this way. I'll do this one here. that to Mind Blast. I'm just going to go straight up with all the spells here, spam them all. As it's the last one, I should get enough mana and health back just running back. There we go, 6 of 6. Okay, we can turn in a bump in the road. Let's go over this way. For distance, you don't long for your bed at 10 GMT. Okay, that's quite reasonable. I remember it used to be a lot. When I used to stream up till midnight, that was early hours of the morning for you. So that's definitely a lot more reasonable. Need to pre-rest for New Year's. We're going to have a very chilled and relaxed New Year's here. Probably we may or may not stay up late. As none of us drink anyway, we're just going to literally see if there's anything interesting on TV, and then see you in the new year, and then probably head to bed. Always trying to find someone to watch, yeah. It's great for, I remember it used to be great for sleeping time, certainly. Okay, we'll go, it's not too far to head over to do this one. Spent most of the 31st in hospital. Oh, how is your dad, Mushy, by the way? Has he managed to come out yet? By the sounds of it, no, from that. Oh, he is home. Oh, okay. Right, where are... There you are, Track Master. We need you. We need to hand in your next quest. And now we need to discover the flight path. So let's have a look at where we need to go on the map. So, as you said before, we're going to head south. And then we're going to go from here to here. So this is going to be definitely more useful in terms of getting back to here if ever I need to. So let's go do this. And then we can... Oh, that was just the wee sensor bar falling off. And then we can go back to Stormwind after that. Mushu Panda, good day to you. I hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday to you. You're still iron deficient, are you? Okay. Try to top you up, but you use more than they give you. So for 35 days, and they plan on... Okay. Well, hopefully you manage to get it sorted, Mushy. It looks like there's a whole load of corpses over here. Unfortunately, I don't have skinning anymore. That would have been really useful to make some gold here. Can I run through here safely? Probably not. So let's just try it anyway. Yeah, sticking on a thing doesn't help. This is definitely not a good idea. Let's just veer 2 of those off. And then, there we go, we managed it. Okay. You're not sick from it, but you try to keep it that way. Yeah, absolutely. Best kept an eye on, definitely. I remember going through here 15 years ago. This certainly brings back memories coming through to this new zone. Wondering where I was now. I don't believe it's dangerous running down here, but you never know. It is a well-lit path, so I'm hoping not. It's a complete change from night time over there to coming over here. Let's have a look. You need to eat some old chains. That's literal iron. Here we go, here's Gadgetstan. Ah, now I remember the 2 flight masters being in different places. I seem to recall. Like the Horde and Alliance are in different areas. Let's have a look. This one's over the other side. I think the Horde one was that side. So I'm going to go around here. There's probably some good recipes we could pick up here. From vendors. Some vendor recipes that we don't have. So let's probably have a look around whilst we're here. I bet you there's some tailoring recipes that we don't... We've got tailoring and enchanting. So I bet you there's something we could do here. because that's the great thing about Classic, is all the patterns and stuff aren't all just on the one vendor. Right, flight path discovered. Okay, so now you want me to enter the building, talk to Angus, wherever that is. It's not on my map anymore. Are you even in Kalimdor? Eastern Kingdoms? Except Morgenstern is all the way over here. Okay. So you want me to half back to Stormwind City anyway, according to the guide, but before I do, I need to visit the vendors. So who have we got in here? We have a miner.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, apprentice mining isn't going to be used to me. Let's go over to this one. Who have we got in here? Ah,
What up?
now you've got brigandine stuff. We need to repair anyway whilst we're here. No patterns that I can see.
Yo.
And you've got solid shot. Now we do have a schematic easy throw dynamite. We can buy that for 50 silver and sell it on the auction house for 2 gold 73 as it's limited supply. Let's pick that up.
Keep it real.
See if we can turn that into something. And then let's move on round. We're looking for a tailor more than anything else. I'm going to have a struggle getting 225 enchanting, enchanting though, since the trainer is in Alderman. Ah. Well, that could be interesting. There's an alchemist here. Let's have a look. What have we got? Oh, we've got a few different things here that are limited supply. Nature protection potion and transmute mithril true silver. That's not much of a... That's worth something. Let's do that one as well whilst we're here.
Be good.
Let's turn these into something, hopefully. Obviously everyone else is going to be more mobile than I am. Now I'm looking for a tailor. There must be a tailor over here. Over on this side. Just ask you to give him a boost. 15 years, I can barely remember what you had last week. True. Week 6 of recording your cards. Total cards opened 41,000, total value 223. Average per card's gone up 5.4 gold. So confident it's about 5.25 gold per card. That's not bad. The stream is sponsored by Blizzard themselves. Doing this,
Time is money.
they're basically sponsoring to have people play WoW Classic, which is kind of interesting. Master Engineer, what have we got? That's just that. I'm looking for a vendor of some sort. A Winter Reveler, no. There's a Bruiser.
Do I have a deal?
Do you have anything? Dirge. Mainly just food. Oh, recipe tender wolf steak. That's nothing new. Okay. I'm looking for limited supply stuff, really. So it's going to be, I'm going to be for another sort of half hour or so. And we're going to make sure we get a good run on Classic here at the moment.
What up?
Now this is, oh, this is the bank. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff in here that we could possibly make use of. I'm not finding a tailoring. Where's the tailor? I've gone round most of them, I thought. I would have thought there would be a tailor here somewhere. Let's have a look down here. This is the neutral auction house. Okay, so that's not going to be useful. Although if we do want to sell stuff cross faction, that would be. Light hammer. Okay. Bruiser. Okay, so there's no obvious tailor. I was expecting someone. Neutral auction house is great for sniping. Yeah, I bet it is.
Keep it real.
Yeah, so maybe there isn't a tailor here. Okay, we went through all of these buildings anyway. Okay, so let's half back to Stormwind, I think. I think we're pretty much done here. Okay. It used to be, certainly. Yeah, I think people trying to transfer things from Horde to Alliance, definitely. Log out, accurately save, do 3 clicks, so it makes your alt crafting a lot faster. Oh, interesting. Chuck for fun. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Neutral auction house is great for offloading pages of the Green Hills of Stranglethorn. Oh, okay, interesting. There's an interesting lot of winter revelers here. So let's go have a look at what's in. Now, where are we at? I don't think I've got any mail. I wouldn't expect anything. Let's just turn off friendly nameplates. If I did have any, it's probably expired. So what we want to do is have a look at mainly tailoring here. We want to level up tailoring. I don't have many patterns at the current stage. I only have 27 gold on me. So let's see if we can at least sell some of those patterns we just bought, which was so schematic, lovingly crafted boomstick. Shopping wise, I wanted to just shift and right click that. There we go. So there's one here for 14 silver. Now I bought it for 2 silver, but I think coming here at 155 would be better. I could potentially buy it at that, but I'm going to post it for, it's 48 copper to post, 1 silver 44 for that. Let's try that one. Let's give this a test. And then easy throw dynamite. We bought that for 50 silver. Let's see if we can sell that for 273. It's cost me 7 silver to post though. And this one we bought for 80 silver. This is slightly less profit margin on this one. I'm not sure this one's a good buy, but I'll put them all on. And nature protection potion, I bet you that's a good one. So from 20 silver to that, let's post that on for 24 hours. There we go. Yes, there's one in Gadget Cent and there's one in Booty Bay. In Classic, that is. Okay, so we're done with those. We've probably got some junk we can sell. What have we got now? 26 gold left. Oh, Winter Spring as well. Oh, I didn't realise there's one there. And Everlook. Wow, there's loads of them. Very interesting. Right, where are we? Done the auction house. So looking at this tailoring, let's have a look. See where we're at. So tailoring, we're currently at 189 of 225. In terms of patterns and things, looking at this, everything is currently green to me, except for small silk packs, which I could possibly make. I'm not sure there's much of a profit in those. It would cost me 26 silver to craft, and they've got proper, I think it's something like a 1 silver listing fee, so there's probably not much gold to be made in that, other than maybe breaking even. I don't have any bolts of silk cloth. I have some silk cloth here though, so we could maybe turn some of this. We can make 3 bolts of silk. Do I have any of these? I've got 1 in the bank. That's going to cost me 2 silver. My mat cost is 1 silver 70. So there may not be, I can't make many of these anyway. Ideally, we need to go up a level. So where are we at? 189, 225. Let's have a look at WoW Professions Classic, because that will give me a good leveling guide. And this will give me a what I need to do next for classic tailoring to level it up. So we want to get to 225 certainly. So let's have a look at this. So we are currently at see you next year. Need to run and do some things before it gets late. Thank you very much, Zimpal. Have a lovely new year and hope to catch you in 2020. Does that mean like it posts to both Horde and Alliance auction house, or only to the neutral auction house? It only posts I believe it only posts to the neutral one, so you have to actually go to the neutral one. It's a completely separate auction house, as far as I know. So classic tailoring, where are we at? 189. So you're saying crimson silk vest is what we need next, and that needs bolts of silk cloth, fine thread, and red dye. Okay, so that's to get me to at least 200. And so crimson silk vest, we need to buy that from someone. So we need to buy that from Taught by Stormwind. Giorgio Bolero does it. Okay, that's easy. You're in the area. So let's go head on round. Now Bolero is the next one. Zygor has built-in profession guides as well. Oh, interesting actually. Does it have it for classic? Let me have a look. Right click to configure, guide menu, current, leveling, professions. Oh, it does. Look at this. Tailoring 1 to 300. Load the guide. Okay, this could be interesting. So tailoring. You want me to learn reinforced linen cape. We've done that probably. Let's skip that step. We are probably further on than this. Learn simple kilt. We've probably gone further than that. Let's skip that one. Okay, reach level 145 in tailoring. Collect 201 bolts of silk cloth. Okay, we're going to skip that one. And now we need to learn silk headband, according to you. Now, does that get me? Let me have a look. Let's go over to Giorgio anyway. We need to do this anyway, so let's have a look. That's pretty cool, though. I didn't realise it had profession guides. Might as well make the most of it, as I've got it. But I do like WoW professions as well. So it's good to have both. And then I also like to look at TSM itself and do the... now, are you in this one? You're either in this one or the one around the corner. I think you're in this one. Yes, you are. Okay, Artisan Tailor. Train me. So, what did we want? We wanted... where was it? Crimson silk vest was one of them, which is this one. Cost me 22 silver, so let's train in that. And we'll also get this whilst we're here, silk headband, because you never know. Where's silk headband? Is there. We'll train in that. Okay, so we'll learn those two. Where are they? Oh, we've got those already. We have picked up that, haven't we? Markers complete. Learn formal white shirt. Oh, we probably don't need these at this point. Let me just go further on. 175 we've already got. Okay, so let's skip that step. You probably didn't need that. Okay, so collect 100 bolts of mage weave to get to 185, which we've done already. If I look at this, we're 189, so that's done. Markers complete. Okay, and then we need fine threads and red dyes, and this is going to be for 15 crimson silk vests. So this is the same. Okay, we're at the same point, so we need to buy 30 fine threads. We can automatically buy them here. 30 of those, and red dye for 40 silver. We have 25 gold on us, so that's going to be worthwhile. We'll just buy those automatically. And did that work? We got some of them. What did we pick up? The fine thread, yes. We'll click accept again. I think that got everything we wanted. Yeah, we have that.
See you later.
Okay, so we've done those. Okay. Did I miss anything? Oh, did I miss something on the chat, Mushy? Nothing but love. Oh, thank you. Imagine the viewers learned the streamer instead of the other way around. Right, did I miss something earlier there? But thank you for dealing with it, Mushy. Very kind of you. I was too busy focusing on my professions there. Right, okay, so let's carry on. So we need crimson silk vest. We need to get 200 in tailoring. So 15 of those. We need, for our crimson silk vests, we need bolts of silk cloth. So we're going to have to buy some of this because we don't quite have enough. I have some on me here. I've got 15 in my bags. Oh, right. So let's make those bolts of silk cloth, 3 of those to start off with. I meant learning about the zygote hydropressure. Ah, right, okay. There we go. Okay, so we're done with that, and we'll need to buy some now. Buy some silk. So how much do we need for our 15? How much is one crimson silk vest? We need 4 bolts. So we need 15 vests, and 1 silk is 4, so we need 16 silk per. So we need 16 times 15 minus a little bit because we've already got some. So we need about 240 silk cloth. Okay, that's going to be interesting. No one knows everything. Exactly, Rasheen. We're always learning. The more you know, the more you realise you don't know. So silk-wise, 240. That's going to cost me a lot of gold. So to level up my tailoring to 225 alone is going to cost me a fair amount. Let's see if we can buy some silk. True, not even John. Exactly. Alright, let's do this, and let's have a look at silk cloth. What kind of price is it at? Oh, well, there's some here at 1 silver 56. That's a good price. I haven't done a TSM scan in a while, actually. I probably ought to do one of those. So let's have a look. Okay, 156. We'll buy that. And then, so that's... Keep an eye on how many we need here. 3 lots of 20. That takes me to 60 at least. We can buy a few more of this at a slightly cheaper price. Now it's getting a little bit more expensive. We could bid on these. They're not too bad though. We're up to 395. Purchase total. We have 109 on us. So we probably need another 100 or so. We're coming up to 3 silver per thing now. So that's looking quite expensive. Again, I wouldn't really want to be doing this. I can see my gold reserve dwindling, which is slightly frightening. We're down to, how much we got? 150. We're down to 22 gold. 170. We're down to this lot at 3 silver 50 now. It's quite expensive. I don't really like buying it at this price. We do need some more though. So 1, 2, 3, 231. Let's stick with that. That should be enough for now. And then we'll see what we can make with this. We want to get to at least 225, I think. Happy to know just what you want to know. Exactly. And have access to that information. I mean, in today's day and age, we do have good access to this kind of thing, so it is useful. I need to clear some of this rubbish off. Let's go and sell some of this stuff. Maybe we can recoup some of our gold. I've got a feeling a lot of this is trash anyway. Large venom sac, probably not worth selling. And that's definitely all these broken greys. Large fangs, Not sure what that would be used for. Possibly. Squishy eye. Intact spine. Fine thread we want to keep. Usually want to keep all the other bits and pieces. Mystery meat. Maybe not so much. Stringy vulture meat. We can probably cook some things out of these. And the spine there. Elemental earth we could probably... Looks like we could sell. We have a small silk pack here we could try and sell. That's an interesting one. Light feathers I want to keep for my reagents, so everything else I'll keep. Okay, we'll open up the mail for this. This is where having a small amount of bags is going to hinder us slightly. So let's open up these, see how much space we use up. It's not too bad as they're coming into stacks of 20s. So that's all right. And then let's make some bolts of silk cloth from there. 57 of those. Let's make these. We'll leave that running. Do you ever look at that thing that is developed in QScreen? Is that the weak aura he's been using? Is that what you mean, Mushy? Because I've been seeing that, and that's really good. Or is it something else that's happened recently that I haven't spotted? It looks really good having it on the side whilst you're farming, definitely. I've never used weak auras myself, but they do look interesting. I'm not too averse to programming, so I'd certainly give it a go. I'm all right with doing stuff like that. It's not something I have used though, but it does look interesting, yeah. So we have 20 gold left, and that went quite quickly. Now I don't think we're going to be able to sell these crimson, we might be able to, crimson silk vests. Let's have a look at them. So we haven't opened TSM, so we don't have the crafting cost of these yet. Let's have a look at these. So crafting cost is coming out at 39 silver, given our bolts of silk cloth are really expensive, and the min buyout is 40 silver, so there's no point really selling these on the auction house because the auction house fees will just get eaten up by that. Only if we were able to get our silk cloth a lot cheaper would that be useful. Oh, Gold Queen resubbing. Thank you very much. 8 month stream. Thank you very much for your support. How are you, Gold Queen? I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a lovely Christmas. Good to have you here. Let's see a whole load of emotes and cheers for Gold Queen, who is a well-established gold maker and knows a lot about classic gold making as well. So if you do have any particularly gold-related tidbits you'd like to learn, she is here. Hugs everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. There we go. We've done our bolts, so we should now be able to make, well, we can make 12 crimson silk vests, so we're a little bit shy of however many we need. So we need some more bolts to do after this. So let's make the 12 that we can. This seems to be going on for a long while. There we go. Dragon Knight, love the emotes there. They look awesome. Actually read a guide of yours yesterday. Fantastic. Thumbs up for the Queen, indeed. These aren't too bad. We're leveling up. Level tailoring 191 out of 200. You have weak auras. I just find things from others besides one thing, one monk down the back and forth kind of thing, 2 spells. You made 2 weak auras. That's a Jing and a Jiang, the white black side. Oh, Yin Yang, sorry. White black, light side up with each spell, but much nicer than looking at your buffs. I think I would want to use a weak aura. If I was to get something like an MMO mouse on one hand and a one of those keyboard things on the other hand, I would want to set up a weak aura so that all my buttons were in the right position of where the mouse buttons are, or where the other key presses are, just to make it map. Orb Weaver, yeah, that's the one. Just so that it maps exactly one-to-one on my screen. So I'd have a cluster of icons on the left-hand side that had all the things in the right position. and a cluster of icons on the right hand side. I think that's what I would do if I got one of those and I wanted to set it up, just so that I could learn what buttons to press, because I'm terrible with this keyboard at the moment. I'm always pressing the wrong buttons. You could have them as gloves and toe socks. That could work as well. But I'm not sure my toes are that dexterous, really. Right foot heel. You could use foot pads, I guess. Just like one of those like racing accelerator pads or something. You could at least press those and that would work. Okay, so we've got loads of crimson silk vests here. How much do they vendor for? They actually vendor for 20 silver, so we could make up a little bit of gold just selling those back. That might be worth doing. Let's go and sell those. We're up to... Oh, our tailoring's actually gone to 201, actually. Fantastic. Okay, I was expecting to just go to 200 for that. So I'm happy with that. Let me just sell these back on. I wasn't paying attention, but it looks like I might have got an extra skill up with those. So I'm going to vendor all of these and try and get a little bit of money return. There's no point selling them on at that current price versus my crafting cost. But there we go. Am I doing the white bandit mask thing? Not at this stage, Gold Queen. Please do tell the white bandit mask. Is that buying it and vendoring it with the white bandit mask? Let me see. I don't think I can actually make that one. Let's have a look. Oops, that's the wrong button. There we go. Miscellaneous white bandit mask. I don't think I have that one on me. It depends what things it needs. Let's have a look. Tailoring. Where's my unlearned tab? Oh no, it has to be a filter, doesn't it? Hold on. Tailoring all subclasses, all slots. Where's my unlearned tab? Do I have... I should have one, shouldn't I? Am I just missing it? Show all, show tailoring. Non-equipable. I was expecting an unlearned, but maybe I haven't got one. What you mentioned would be very easy to do with bartender. Oh yes, I did hear of bartender dressing rows. Yeah, you make your action bars look in blocks at 3x4, like the mouse and the orb weaver, and then you can keybind with the keybind mode. When you just hover over the button. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing I want. Yeah, sad case, but true, Specker. It seems there is no unlearned tab. All the little things that we take for granted are just not here, which is both good and bad. So we need to learn artisan tailoring. So where do we go for artisan tailoring? Let's have a look. We need to go here, Menthil Harbour, and then we need to go all the way over here. Wow, this is quite the trek. We're going to land... Oh, we're actually going to land here from the ship from Wetlands, and we can learn it there. Is it straight in here in Theramore? Yes, it is. Okay, well that's not too bad. We can do that. So let's... best way to go here, let's fly. Let's fly to Menethil Harbour. All the things for the win. Yeah, that's true. All the things would sort me out there. So I'm thinking I go up here and I'll get a flight, and then we'll go to Menethil Harbour, and then we'll get a boat. And then we can learn artisan tailoring. That's the wrong person. Oh no, it is the right person. I need a ride, so we want to head up here to Menethil Harbour. That cost me a little bit. Still 22 gold 93, so we're doing okay. Maybe we could sell some of the silk cloth back, because I think I bought too much of it, really. I got a bit spare there. So then we need to learn artisan tailoring, and then we need to learn crimson silk pantaloons, and then we need to reach level 215 using the Crimson Silk Pantaloons. Now let's have a look. Does that match with WoW Professions? Let's have a look. So then we go, yep, we go Crimson Silk Pantaloons. So we still need some more bolts of silk cloth. So we'll keep hold of our silk for the moment. That's going to be useful. We'll tweak me the spreadsheet. Oh, fantastic, Gold Queen. As all of us gold makers know, we do love a good spreadsheet. I look forward to receiving it. But yeah, so Crimson Silk Pantaloons. And then we're going into Mage Weave territory here. And then we're into Rune Cloth. Now, the thing that's going to make me some gold, I'm hoping, I don't know if it's still going to sell well, but I'm thinking Rune Cloth Bag at this point is going to be useful. And then Mooncloth. The cooldown for Mooncloth is what I'm really looking for, because that should give me a bit of gold as well. We'll look out for that. You know, one of the try hard prep for the next patch thing is getting 19999 rep with each rep. Got them all, but as you got the last rep on your Nagitar rep last night, you clicked the complete button in the vendor by mistake, so you have to farm 10k more rep. I've heard of this, Drizzling Rose. I find that very much min-maxy type of thing. So you've basically, what have you got to do? You've got to leave it at that point and then not get any more reputation. Is that how it works? Good luck getting the pattern for the Runecloth out. It's Camp 24/7. Yeah, I have heard that. It is hard to get hold of. Are you going to Theramore for tailoring? Yes, I am. I might need to be level 40. I think I should be able to do it at 35, Gold Queen. I should be okay, hopefully. And yeah, getting the Runecloth bag is going to be tricky. I'm going to have a look for it. So you need to farm 2 Paragon caches. Yeah, wow, that's going to be interesting. For each rep, yeah. I mean, I'm not exalted with any of them at the moment as Samadan, my main. So I'm a long way off of that. But still, it's fun nonetheless. So I think what we'll do is we'll carry on with this up to we're just a little bit over time-wise. So what we'll do is we'll take this flight, we'll get the boat over to Manethil, we'll go pick up artisan tailoring, so get ourselves to a good position there, and then I can do a little bit more on this a future time and see what I can do with my tailoring. I mean, this is the kind of approach I would take to any profession really, whether it's classic or retail, is to go through and learn it as cost effectively as possible until I can get myself to the things that sell. So in this case I'm looking at Mooncloth and Runecloth bags. Sorry, just the Mooncloth daily cooldown and then the Runecloth bags. If I can find something that does sell, I'll be looking at TSM, I'll be looking at what I can make, and I'll be looking at what's in a profit. So for some reason simple linen boots are showing me a 9 gold profit. That's obviously not a good one. Obviously I don't have very many patterns and recipes at the moment, so I need to go a bit further with that. Not only learn it as cost effectively as possible, but learn it with items that sell for profit. Exactly, Rashim, that's exactly what I'm thinking. The standard leveling things are good to a certain point, but you want things that you can then sell on even better. Now the trick here isn't knowing which ones you can sell on. So obviously with tailoring bags and stuff is possibly useful. Oh, it is 35, excellent. Okay, so it's not going to be a wasted journey, thankfully. Let me just reorganize my bag a little bit whilst I'm here. Do that, and then we'll carry on here. It's got bolts of silk cloth for that. So bolt of woolen cloth is showing me a small profit here, but what I really need is to collect more and more recipes. So we can always go to the auction house and see if there's anything unlearned we can pick up there. We can go through and use, I guess, something like all the things would be useful in that, in telling me where I can buy recipes from. That would be useful. Dragon Knight, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We're just doing a little bit of classic at the moment, heading over to... Oh, there's the boat. Can we get to the boat in time? Let's try. I think that's the right boat. Let's go for a run and see what we can do. Okay. I think this is the boat we want. This is going to be one of those cases we run and it's just going to disappear as we get there. Let's hope. Let's hope we make it. And let's hope first it's the right boat, which I'm thinking it is, and second that it's going to take us and not going to leave before we get there. Okay, step one, we got there. Let's just hope it's the right boat. I think it probably is. Try missing trade skill list and classic. Okay, thank you, Gold Queen. That's pretty cool. And CVB, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Like I say, got to run. Happy New Year, and you weren't lame at all, Darkwing. It was lovely to have you here. It's a bit like Akis, is it? Okay. Happy New Year to you as well, Darkwing, and I'll see you in 2020. I'll see you in the 20s. That sounds strange. Sounds strange saying it. Okay, we're off. Okay, fantastic. So off we go. Off I go then. Take a boat. We'll go pick up artisan tailoring, and then that will be a good point to finish our classic stream. Things will be clearer in 2020. I like that one. Definitely. We'll all have 2020 vision. It'll be brilliant for everyone. Right, okay. It's going to take a while to get out of here. Let's just wait a little bit longer. Okay, I'll head over this way, and then... Right. It takes a long time to come in here, doesn't it? Okay. We do have a missing diplomat here, actually. There's a few things we could possibly do whilst we're here. We do have... we needed to speak to someone in Stormwind, actually. And maybe we should have done that before we went. Been a bit more efficient, perhaps. But no worries. We'll just do this a little bit. I don't mind travelling, even though it takes a long time in Classic. Right, let's have a look. Where's the harbour? We'll go on this way. Okay, off we go. Artisan tailoring. Let's go back here. There we go. Reach that we did. There we go. Let's follow this and take our way over there. So inside the building we're looking for Timothy Worthington. Love the uncross the lines quest. It's so easy. I love that one too. That's great fun. Okay, we'll pick up this flight path whilst I'm here. And then we need to head inside the building. Okay. Where's the entrance to the building? It helps if you go in the right way. Which way round is it? This doesn't look like it would be a way round. I've got a feeling I'm going the long way round. I don't know if I can get through there. Potentially. This doesn't look like an entrance that I would go in. Let's have a look. Okay, this is definitely the long way round. How do we get inside? Is there a ramp? There's a ramp. That would be an easier way to get in. Okay. Let's go this way. And we're inside. I guess we go all the way up. It's going to be one of those big long towers, isn't it? Let's go. I think we're stumbling our way through. I'm thinking it's up this tower. Potentially. I might be wrong though, because I look like I'm off. slightly. Yeah, it's not. Okay, so where do we need to go? We need to go over this direction. Let's have a look over this way. Okay, down there. Over in that building. Okay, so we'll go back out and round. Okay, this is taking me slightly longer. I thought it was the tower, but it looks like it's not. Let's go over. Of course, running around in circles doesn't help with your getting your bearings. So we'll go around this way and let's go round. Okay, we don't want to go through here. There's no point going that way, so I think we'll have to go around this way, because I think that way looks like there's a dead end. So this way, through here and then round the corner would be better. I only did it on a... I think it's the wooden building. I only did it on an alt. Yeah, I think this is the thing, is just trying to remember to do it. Okay, so we're not going in there. Left at the Flight Master, which is over here, and there's the wooden building. That's much simpler. Now, thinking that it was inside those towers was the tricky part there. I should have followed the guide. It was telling me where to go. So now we're a better place. And where are you? He's upstairs inside the building. Let's go up here. Oh, he looks very dapper. That's an incredibly handsome outfit. Fantastic. There we go. So, Master Tailor, train me. Fantastic. Artisan Trailer. Oh, 5 gold it costs. Wow, that's expensive. Okay, so we can do that. What can we learn? Crimson Silk Pantaloons is what we want to learn. Oh, there's an interesting thing here. Robe of Power. Increase damage and healing done by magical spells and effects by up to 14. Now, I've got a feeling something like that, a nice blue item, would be worth learning. So I'm going to learn that as well. And the Crimson Silk Pantaloons for levelling up. Now, is there anything else that looks useful here? See, that's extra intellect and spirit on the cloak. Again, I'm going to learn that. Green silk shoulders, extra intellect. I mean, this could be useful items for me to actually... the robe is spinal pickup. Oh, okay. Thank you, Wade. Well, I might use it for myself after that, looking at that. Oh, there's a red swashbuckler's shirt. We all know shirts do quite well, but do they do well in classic compared to retail? I'm going to pick up this one and that one whilst we're here. And green silk shoulders, binds when equipped. For that, an extra bit of intellect. Got a min bout of 46 silver, so probably not so sure on that one. Okay. Azure silk vest and pants. Those are, I thought, quite good items, but maybe not. I think Blizzard's trolling you. Flew past Pyrite Vein and went back to... Anyway, it said rich Pyrite Vein. You got 1 Pyrite ore. Oh no. Oh, and Nelliet, thank you very much for using your Prime. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. That really is appreciated. Get helm, one of the first cloth heads. Hood. Which one is that? I don't think I have one here. Pants, vest, robe. We don't have hood here at this point. From looking at these. Yeah. Maybe not then. Right, okay, I think I'll leave that there for the moment because I think we're in a good position. We've learnt a whole load of new things, which is really nice. We've got our tailoring up to... Where do we get it up to? We got it up to 201 out of 300. So the last 300 to go. White swashbuckler's shirt there. That's a potential. 1 gold 30 profit. So we can maybe make 1 or 2 of those. We'll see how we get on with that. but there's definitely some good things here. We need to just investigate more tailoring patterns and see what we can do, see what we can sell, and then we can build up our gold reserves, hopefully, and get ourselves up to 300. But I think what I'll do is I'm over time anyway, so I'm going to finish up the stream there. I want to say big, massive thank you to everyone who's hung out in the stream tonight. Really appreciate your company. This is my last stream of 2019. I will see you in the 20s, where everything will be so much clearer. We'll all be able to see better. Let's see if we can find someone I can throw a host on over to. Who do we have on at the moment? We have a good choice of a few. Let's have a look. Who is on? We have Student is on. I've never thrown a host over to Student. Student did do a host to me a long time ago. Our Nota, though, is also doing some gold making, and I think I'd like to throw him a host because he gave me some very nice feedback on the economy blog. So I'm going to throw a host over to him. So let's go have a look. Set this up. Our Nota. Have I paste? Oh, I've got caps on. Hold up. Let me just type that again. Bear with me. 42. There we go. Super cool with numbers, exactly. Okay, so we're going to throw a host over to our Nota, who's looks like doing a little bit of gold making as well, going around with some herbalism. So thank you all. I hope you all had a lovely. Just in case it bugs out, I will do mushy. I want to say a big, massive thank you to everyone. Wishing you all the best in the year ahead, into 2020. Happy New Year, one and all, and I will see you next year. Until next time, from me and Oreo, who's behind me, happy gold making, and I'll see you very soon.